I believe we're live. Oh, I still have my glasses. I was supposed to put on some contacts, but I suppose, I suppose we shall just rock the glasses, man. We'll just rock the glasses. Own it. Oh, man. I can't. It's been about, what, since Wednesday or Tuesday since I've last sat down and actually got to do some substantive coding, and hopefully today we can actually do some substantive coding. Substantive. I don't know how you pronounce that. Audio check. Yep, we're all balanced. I got my video of Gran Turismo playing back there. What was I gonna do? I was gonna have my laptop open. That's what I was gonna do. That's precisely what I was going to do. Have my laptop open so I can respond to people, and from there we will continue on developing the stain tool thing and making something that's hopefully pretty useful. Even though I've been away, I've been thinking a lot about this game and ironing out the vision of it. I also want to prototype something in it. There's an idea as I have been working on this. Some new ideas started coming out in my brain, my brainium cranium. Let's see if this channel's live yet. Are we live? It says we're streaming. On what platform am I streaming on, though? That's the real question. Am I streaming on... hopefully I am streaming on YouTube. Yep, it shows we're streaming here. Okay, cool. And sorry for the delay. I just wish to verify that all is right. Yes, and I believe we are. All is right. Perfect. And I will open up Restream IO. That's my dad sending me a book recommendation. Sorry for the delay, and then we're going to be jumping into it. There's three things in my mind. There's continuing where I left off last time with this stain shape, which I'm going to rename it to that. That's one thing that popped up into my brain. So, renaming it to sort of stain shapes. Second thing, having this occlusion culling system. I know Unity has its own way of doing it, and I may want to use that, but I kind of want to implement my own. And I have an idea for how I want to implement it as well. That's going to be pretty simple, dumb simple, but gives me a bit more control than Unity affords me, I believe, and would work with non-static objects. And then finally, I want to start implementing this crazy, gnarly idea that is way beyond anything not way beyond, but either can take this to the next level or make it actually garbage, and we will find out. Thanks, Dad. Love you. Alright. Anyways, so those are three things in my brain. The three things in my brain that I wish to do right now. So, without further ado, in fact, let me actually outline these out too. Now, I'm saying stain shapes, and you may not know what I'm talking about. It's okay. We will talk about that in a second. We'll do a little refresher, a little recap. Oh, I've been on Windows so much lately, I actually kind of forgot my shortcuts. Oh. So let's just do our to-dos. So the first point or item on our list is stain shapes. Now this is a really simple concept. It's just that what stain shapes are is just a way for me as a level designer to put shapes into the world, and then when I press play, everything in there becomes dirty. Okay, okay, there we go. Everything in here becomes dirty. And right now we have the ability to make squares or boxes, essentially, or rectangles, really, be filled with the shape. And it doesn't matter the orientation, it's just going to do the thing correctly. And that's fine. There's some additional stuff I want to work on, like fixing this issue here, or if they're rotated, there might be some holes. There's a really simple workaround I can do for that, or we can try to make it do it. We could try implementing an actually completely accurate way of doing it. But either way, there's a way of tackling this, or of attacking this. However, this stain shape is pretty simple. Let me see if I can find it here. So we want to extend this. Right now we only support boxes. I want to add at least support for circles as well. And not only that, I also want to add the layering thing we talked about, where you can choose which layer this is going to draw onto. The layering system is going to be a whole thing. I completely forgot about that. That's another thing to tackle. But yeah. So honestly, we can just rename this to Dust System Refactor. Yeah, system is a good word. Refactor. Can't go wrong with that. And one of them is stain shapes. Adding circles. Fixing holes. And adding layer selection. That's gonna be very key. That's gonna be very, very important. That's gonna be what opens the door up for some really cool, interesting things. So, beyond that, I also recall mentioning some refactors. I probably should have saved this. There's no file name. Dang it. How do we... Oh my goodness, I suck. How do we go about this? I could yoink this. And then what? That's only mean the buffer though. We have to do this. Yoink. Copy. Quit for real. To-dos. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. It remembers. Oh, joyous day. It remembers. So yeah, that's the first bullet here. The second one is going to be actually implementing the layer thing. So that's the first major thing. The third thing, or okay, now the second major point, what is going to be the occlusion culling. Occlusion culling. I'm not sure if it's actually occlusion. I think it's occlusion culling. Actually, it's not quite. Whatever. Area culling, we'll call it that. Area culling implementation. Then thirdly, what are we doing? What do I plan to do? No, it's 10 o'clock already. Wow. Wow. The thirdly, interesting prototype that can significantly change the direction this game goes in. Now, this prototype is something that kind of came up today as I read. So I've been writing this vision document for the game to kind of just set the path for what I want this game to be. And there's quite a lot in there. But one thing that came up as I was kind of defining the vision for this game is an idea for 2 characters you control. So the story revolves around Cleaner and Hearth. And narratively, their role is that Cleaner, you know, cleans up areas, moves the filth around and whatever, but Hearth is the person who actually lights and ignites and burns all this stuff. Right? So, what if this extends beyond just the narrative? What if we actually have them be together and perform key distinct mechanical features? What if Cleaner actually literally cannot destroy any of the miasma, he just moves it around? So in this level in the game, when you're playing around in it, instead of you moving... Okay, let's play. Can we play, please? I would really like it if you played. So instead of just the dust disappearing once you walk over it, what if instead you push it? And as you push this over here, the area over there goes up in height and you start making these big like mountains of dust. And the only way to actually dispose of it is with Hearth's ability to like ignite, let's say, an area with fire. And it would be like a button you press, like you're moving around and you switch to Hearth and you do your fire ability and then what's going on, Terrell? I'm just yapping about the idea I have here before I actually get into it. Good to see you, though. Always a delight. But yeah. Cleaner and Hearth. So yeah, that's a mechanical thing I want to think about. The idea of the player actually not getting rid of the dust, but actually moving it around. This feels like it's going to be weird and could have large implications, but I think it might be kind of cool. Also, I want to play around with the shader a little bit more. Or is this material? CRT or pipeline? I think I called it pipeline. M_CRT, I think. Camera pipeline, yep. That was a dumb name to call it CRT. Whatever. Hopefully you're doing good this Labor Day. Literal Labor Day. Hopefully your day is going good, man. Let's see. I'm gonna play the game, by the way, that you showed me. I want to play it today on stream. I want to play that point and click adventure game. It's been beckoning towards me, and I've been desiring to play it. Where's the size here? It's been beckoning me. And I do not have the heart to fight it. Oh, does it save my changes? If I press play? I guess because we're modifying one material instance. Let's see. Yep, still stays the same. Let me find an area so I can illustrate what I'm talking about, though. Control Shift R. Screen camera. Yeah, we'll use this. Capture. And then let me go to Miro. Actually, I already have it here already. Wait. Where's my Vim? I know I have Vim. Oh, you can see the Astas. I was testing something about. I was testing the overlay stuff. I don't know. I didn't know you can see that. That's kind of funny actually. Oh my goodness. I wonder if people can see that whenever they join on Twitch. It's very strange to be back on Twitch. Hey, it's good to see you too, Morgan. Always glad to have you here. I've missed this. I mean, it wasn't that long. It was like 5 or 6. What, since Tuesday? I think Tuesday night, so almost a week. We're back though. We're back. Feels good to be here again. And in vertical or horizontal form fashion. Crazy times we're living in. But I do want to play a game today, or at least I hope to play a game today. I do hope to play a game today. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, this should be good here. So I want to talk about some ideas. About 5 days, maybe 6. Yeah, I'm thinking it's something around that. Around that kind of neck of the woods. So, substantive, but not too crazy. Definitely not too crazy by my standards. I've gone months without streaming. But I'm trying to get consistent, so we'll see. Anyways, a lot of ideas. My absence has had my brain percolating on a bunch of different things. So we're going to go through some of the to-dos I have in mind for today. And one of which is a bit interesting. And will either shift the game, the direction the game goes in, or we decide it's terrible and we nix it. Really, I need to just prototype it in a very dirty fashion, see if it feels good, and then go from there. I think that's really what this is going to boil down to. I might even make a separate Unity project just to implement this in a super bare bones fashion, and then get back. And then once we make a decision, go back to here and make these changes. So agenda. Maybe not necessarily for this stream. I'm gonna try to do some of the things on points on this list. If only at least this, adding circles. I hope it should be pretty simple. But that's what I thought last time when we added squares. Anyways, dust system refactor, making the dust system better. Add area culling implementation. Honestly, I might even just save that for another stream. So I might just add this point down here. It's not that honestly. It'll take like maybe a second to implement. The way I have it in mind, it would take a second to at least implement one part of it. I don't know. And then this interesting prototype idea. And this stems from this vision document that I've been working on for charting Messy Mansion's voyage, I guess. So let me see if I even have it here. Can I just search documentation or vision.md? Yeah, you're not gonna pop up here. You are gonna pop up. Actually, let's just make another one of these. And then go to MM, and then go CD Docs, and then LVIM Vision. It's empty. I never committed the changes. Tragic. Okay, never mind. We'll just go off of this. So last time, or maybe not last time, one of these streams, we were designing Hearth. And we were kind of deciding and talking about what the story of this game is going to be, because we need to have a story. I need to make it more concrete, and we just need something to operate with. And we came up with the idea of Cleaner and Hearth. Narratively having these two important functions that kind of bind them together. Cleaner being the person who moves around all the dirt that across the kingdom or whatever, and Hearth being the person who actually disposes of it. Now, these roles between these two characters were purely narrative. Mostly just a narrative thing. However, as I go back and as I started working on this doc, I started wondering, what if this could go from the narrative, but instead, and move into the mechanical? What if we move this idea of their relationship from being just a narrative thing to being a mechanical thing with actual implications on how we play the game? And I started thinking about that. Okay, so what do they do, and how are they differ from each other, and how do they complete each other, mechanically speaking? And it kind of comes from just their namesake, right? So Cleaner, as I'm thinking about it, can move this dirt, right? This dust, or whatever we call it, the miasma. So you can manipulate it, move it around, control it effectively, right? He's going to be faster and more nimble, meaning that his lay of the land is going to be way better, right? However, he can only move the miasma around. He cannot eliminate it. Nimble is the word I was looking for here. That's where Hearth comes in. And Hearth can actually destroy the miasma. But it's significantly slower. So what I was thinking, and by the way, I saw the empty thing. It's amazing that it always comes back. What if you have a game where you're actually kind of controlling both characters? Where on the controller, you're moving and acting like you're controlling one character at a time. Let's say you're moving with the dust guy, Cleaner, moving around, moving the dirt around. And then once you have all the dirt in one big mound, switch to Hearth, press the button, she does her fire attack, switch back to Cleaner, start working on the next pile. So it feels like you're controlling one character, but you're actually managing two characters, and you're swapping between them. And maybe we can add some more things to this that add more importance to Hearth and to Cleaner. You know, what are there some contractions that only Hearth can power? Her firepower can activate things. Or there's places where Cleaner can go. Toy Fox at naming scheme. Hey man, if Kojima can get away with these dumb names, dude, Doll Man, like with this Mega Man ad name, I am gonna do this too. I'm not gonna waste these neurons on coming up with nuanced names. Screw that. They're named after what they do. That's who they are, okay? In my brain, they're purely mechanical devices. But you get the idea. Do you see the idea? Do you see what I see potentially in the horizon? Now, from a technical perspective, there's some weird implications that will come from this. Because let's say, and we're going to just... Can I change opacity of these images? Please tell me I can do that. There's roundness. That's cool. But I would like to have opacity. Well, that sucks. Okay, shapes. We'll use shapes. And we're going to make this red, and that's going to be... Or blue, and that's going to be the player. Can we fill it in, too? Excuse me. I would sure like to have a filled-in color. Thank you. So let's say this is Cleaner, right? And this line is going to represent the miasma. thing. Meow. And right now it's a flat surface. And as you move him forward, this miasma is going to start deforming. So we have to change the way we do shading and all this stuff entirely. Because now it's not just flat, it's going to have actual volume to it. And honestly, it's going to have collision as well. So we're going to have to implement some kind of way of having this thing be responsive in that fashion. Or there's the concept of volume and piles and all this kind of stuff. You can inspire from Dragon Age Origins, where you could be your party member, but have Hearth be like an ability. Unlock player how much you've cleaned. Interesting. Well, in this case, though, she's essential, right? In this case, she's performing an essential function, because you cannot clear a level without her ability to remove stuff. Now, that whole parting switching thing, I was actually drawing more from, from Sonic Heroes, because that game, you can just swap characters instantly. Sonic Heroes gameplay. And they're very much themed in terms of like what utility they do. I kind of want to have the game on disc. And I have my PS2 running here, but my disc is scratched up, so I need to find another one. But yeah, in this game, like, you have Tails, and Tails gives you the ability to fly and float, but you're not as fast, you're very slow. And then you have Sonic, who goes fast, and then for combat you have Knuckles. So in my mind, that's what I'm kind of envisioning for this. Though that would be the second alternate of just treating Hearth like an ability, but where like you press a button and then she comes in and does her thing, and then you're on cooldown. And maybe if her only role is to clear things out, then that's what we need to do. Because she's effectively replacing the broom. Like when you do the whack here, like that's kind of essentially what you're trying to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, we were recompiling. That's why. But let me actually see this though, because I don't know anything about Dragon's Age Dogma. So let's actually do some research. Let's do some research here. Because you may be putting me onto some game, like literal game. Oh no, Dragon Age Origins. And what do you say party member have? Let me see if you can find any gameplay on how this works. Oh, is this just... Oh, this is banter. I want to see gameplay. Okay, so your squad's there. Origins, yeah, there we go, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Dragon's Dogma. In my brain, they're all just kind of... Everything with Dragon gets kind of glued together. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. But they're kind of like in the party. Let's see if I can find gameplay. Another comparable game would be like Dungeon Siege. Where in that game but that's more kind of RTSs almost. You can instantly swap who's in your party. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Then that's in line with what I'm thinking about then. Okay. Yeah, that's very different then, because compared to Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege, it's like you're kind of the separate entity and you're controlling these guys from afar. Let me go back to the combat a little bit. I want to see if this guy does any switching. The whole gameplay, I'm seeing him be just him. Okay, maybe it's one of those days where I have to just buy the game and play. What is that? They follow you. You can see them. They interact with each other. You can play as them. Okay, you know what? That might be. I should actually probably just get that. How much does it cost? This is the game I want to play. The many pieces of Mr. Coup. I want to play this today. I've been wanting to play it. I tried setting up something so I can at least stream from my bedroom, so I can like do it when I'm tired, but things just didn't happen. But anyways, aside from that, dragons. What's the name again? Dragon Age. Origin. So many dragons. Okay. Ultimate Edition. Ultimate's only $30. Okay, maybe I'll just cop it and play it for like 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, but yeah, that'd definitely be an off-stream thing, though. I imagine this is one of those games where you just have to kind of get into it. Though I've been wanting to have some stuff like this. Okay. Thank you for that, Morgan. I'm good. I was a bit tired, but I mean today's wins, you know. Mom's back home, so that's good. And yeah. We're definitely in a better spot. So that's why I'm here before you today, doing actual coding, not letting my fingers wither away. Okay, we're gonna have to look at some stuff. I'm gonna have to look at this. But yeah, that's the idea I have in mind. So we're gonna have to think about what this may even look like, and if it's even fun, and if there's anything meaningful we can do with her. I think there is, and I think it might even open some additional doors for interesting stuff. The only thing, the big consideration is Did I not? Let me go do something in 1 second. I'm pretty sure I had the design doc. I guess I just didn't add it, whatever. The thing though is that now instead of having one character who you can modify properties on, you have two characters. Now we can do the thing where we just kind of treat them all as one character, and these properties will like, you list all the properties and it'll affect whoever it's tied to or whatnot, but we shall see. Hope it continues going well. Sweating right now, watching while on the treadmill. Hey, let's go. Workout time. I want to invest in a standing desk at some point, or convert this into a standing desk. I don't want to be sitting down all the time, which is part of the reason I'm trying to do this like stream from the park thing, or just from anywhere. But I still need to call T-Mobile and or AT&T and figure that out. Maybe get a mobile dongle. Just so I can have like consistent upload speeds and everything. We will see. I'll deal with that tomorrow. But yeah, so that's the vision. That's the idea for I'm playing around with here. And if we go through with this, I think this would be really cool. It'll add more. It'll flesh out your relationships a bit more. I'd probably have to be do actual writing. I don't think I can get away with just a Shovel Knight oh, you know what, Shovel Knight. Either way, I'm gonna have to actually add some more nuanced dialogue, or just dialogue in general, for a lot of interactions. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll put on my narrative designer hat later. Either way, I promised to actually do some coding today, so let's actually fix some problems, make better tools, and implement the things I have in my cranium. Here we go. I keep looking for the icon for writer, and I forget that Ubuntu just doesn't have that. I'm also thinking about adding a custom category where we can add like a custom mesh or an image, and it'll imprint the shape of that image. So if you want to do like a stamp, like a star picture, for example, around the map, you can just do that. I think that should be pretty simple to do. I say that. We shall see. And I believe last time I wanted to do a little tiny minor refactor to this thing, but I didn't want to break it. But now we're in a position to break it. So we're just going to do that. Which is what? You had this yield null. Yeah. So essentially we're just going to do this. We're going to yoink. Well, first of all, we're going to push you here. We're going to grab these guys, get rid of them, bring them here. We're going to grab this code. We're going to move it into a little function. A new function we shall call, what shall we call it? Private void paint, or I guess draw rectangle. Put that bad boy in there. And now we can just do, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna do draw rectangle. We're gonna rename this to stain. And then we're gonna do, yeah, I guess it's draw rectangle, screw it. And then we're gonna make a new function here called draw circle. It's gonna be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, draw circle. Very nice. Also, I'm gonna change the name of this. We call this dust stain. I don't like that. We're gonna call this stain shape, I think. Cause that's this more descriptive. It's a stain and it's a shape and you're putting it in the world and there you go. That's all she wrote. So we are going to do that. And it's gonna be beautiful. Kieran, I missed your stream. Well, hey, we're back at a reasonable hour for you, hopefully. We're back, baby. Hopefully more consistently. And we'll be getting back into hopefully outdoor streaming. We're gonna get it one of these days, guys. We're gonna get it one of these days. We're gonna have that outdoor stream happen. And once it happens, I'm not gonna be in here. We're gonna be doing some wild stuff. Streaming from the McDonald's. Streaming from a sewer. Who knows, man? The sky's the limit. We can be coding in so many of weird, odd, and scary places. It's gonna be fantastic. Honestly, we're having like a lot of... There's like repetitive code here. I think we can dry this up a little bit. Do some Uncle Bobbing. For right now, we'll just duplicate it and say screw it. Hopefully you're doing good though, Kieran. Hopefully life is treating you well. Hopefully your engine work is going as you desire to, and or other creative projects. Today is gonna be much more of just a clock in kind of day, and then we're gonna be playing some game, or playing a game afterwards that the lovely, fantastic, and elevated SFM2 has recommended me. AKA the founder of Team Chromata. Which, by the way, I'm gonna get back to you about that video thing, because I have some ideas. Or actually not ideas, I don't wanna, we'll talk about it later. TLDR though, I think your video you sent me, the one you gave me for, I forgot his name, I remembered it. Either way, that video is perfect. I can't do the audio for it. You need to give me another one. But anyways, so what we're doing, oh yeah, we're making this code clean. And part of doing that, and we're implementing this draw circle thing. So let me recap for what we're doing here. Let's recap so everyone can be on the same page. So if you were to look in the scene, before, to dirty this level, I would have to actually draw it, draw on this texture all the areas that I want to have dirty. And I think that's dumb and slow, and I'm blind. I can't see the level map on here. So now I'm instead making these tools where instead of using a texture to determine what's dirty, I instead just place down these things I call stain shapes. I just named it and I already forgot what it's called. These stain shapes that will imprint whatever shape you have designated here. So in this case, I could choose box or circle. Circle isn't implemented, but if I were to press play and these are selected to box, you shall see, hopefully, I didn't break anything. Did I break things? Oh, please. Okay, good. You see these areas filled with dirt. Don't mind the holes, the Swiss cheese holes. That's totally not a bug and is actually just a feature, and you just don't understand. You just don't understand how great it is actually. But yeah, so we have boxes working, and now we're just going to add circles, and then we'll go back to that. And from there, we'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. The sky's the limit, right? So. This is going to be interesting because let's go back to our little diagram, shall we? Can I show you the diagram? So let's go back to our little raster grid where each of these squares is a pixel, and this is the stain shape. Let's rename that to stain shape. Now with the square, it's kind of straightforward, right? It's just, hey, you're gonna stain everything that this square encapsulates is gonna be dirty, and that's just fine. But with circles, there's an interesting question that is posited towards us. Specifically in the case of when we make, let's say our box, the transform is scaled like this. It has non-uniform scale. If we have the option set to circle, what do? Option 1 is we just draw a circle like this and we just fit it as much as we can into this box. That's option numero uno. Numero dos is we say, hey, we're going to stretch this bad boy to the size of the box. And we just call it a day. Just call it a day. And that's it. Now this is a bit cooler, and I think has more utility because you can do a lot more. Let's just get rid of this because we can do a lot more deformations to this, and if we can do a lot more deformations, there's a lot more utility we can potentially get out of it. So my brain is leaning towards having this very adaptable design for this shape. Now, this circle name is going to be kind of a misnomer, but whatever. I'm the only person using it, I think, for now. Unless one of you guys have reverse engineered the entire code base from the streams, in which case, are you looking for a job? Because if you're able to do that from the streams, then by golly, this game would be done with your help in like 2 ways. But anyways, so I think we're probably going to do that. Now the question is, how are we going to determine what to draw? So the way I'm implementing it is that we're going to just go through, because we roughly know like all the points here in local space, and we're just going to go and we can say, all right, is this point within the circle or not? No, okay, we continue on, and so on and so forth. Usually, if we did the uniform route, it would be as simple as just being like, hey, what's the radius? Here's a point, here's a radius. Is this within that radius? No, we continue. This is weirder because the radius is not the same. The radius is going to be shorter on the side that's shorter, and it's going to be longer on the side that's longer, you know? So, okay, how are we going to do that? Tell me, Elmo. How, Elmo? How? But yeah, that's gonna be a thing we're gonna have to do. So I think it's gonna be pretty. Is it gonna be pretty simple? I don't know. Because right now we're getting the world space coordinate. So let's do the simple thing first. Let's actually just do the simple thing first. We're gonna do the simple thing, which is we're gonna have like a float here called radius, And it's gonna be like a world space radius. And then, honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna use that elliptoid thing. So maybe for circle, we just use this. And then we're gonna do a little ternary. Oh, actually, you don't even have to do a ternator operator. We can just do math f min. I was playing a game, walking on a treadmill and watching stream at the same time. That was impressive. That is pretty crazy. That is some ultra. I don't want to. This sounds bad because it has a negative connotation, but I'm genuinely impressed by that. I was gonna say that's like Super Saiyan brain rot. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you like that image of like that toddler on a tablet while also watching Cocomelon on the phone, while also like playing with their toys, while like sipping their juice. Like that's a lot of multitasking. I can't do that. The final boss. But what you're doing is not brain rotty. It's actually just making you better. Hopefully, like treadmill should make you better. You're playing a game. That's an enriching experience. Streams, okay, my stream may not be beneficial. It might be actually anti-IQ. We might be losing some IQ here today. But maybe we can pretend that it's like of some value. In which case, hey, in the worst case scenario, you're 2 for 3, baby. In the most generous of case, 3 for 3. Depends on the game though too. Maybe you're actually 1 for 3. You know? Maybe you're playing, I don't know, like, what's a brain rotty game? I think of Candy Crush. That's pretty brain rot. I don't know. Subway Surfers. My cat is very concerned I'm on a treadmill. I mean, what is it concerned about? Does it think you're perpetually going away from it? Perpetually abandoning it? What was I doing? Right, I was trying to figure out the radius. Yes. So, okay. The min radius would be like, what, the smallest local X scale and Y scale? So let's figure that out. Okay. So, what are we gonna do? We're probably gonna do transform. I don't know, point. And then what are we gonna do? Point new vector 3, Mr. Powers. First of all, let's actually do this. Vector 3 local scale equals transform dot local scale. Exactly, Kieran. Now your stream lets me gain IQ and enjoyment. Okay. If we're gonna assume that, then 2 for 3 at least, baby. 2 for 3. 2 for 3. Oh man. Let's see if we do anything educational though. Also, we're banging on this quite a bit. My bad. I want to do. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm actually. So if you looked at my channel, you've probably seen that lecture about pixel art that I did a while back. Now, I've been thinking about potentially doing another set of lectures. One I'm considering doing is about music composition, specifically like the composition stuff. Or maybe fusing it and making it like composition plus tools plus general techniques and whatnot. So I'm torn between either doing that or maybe doing one on shaders or something like that. I don't know. If you had a gun, if someone broke into your house, if I broke into your house at 3 a.m. in the morning and I said, tell me, which one do you want, A or B? Which one would you choose? Would you choose the shader one, the music one, or maybe something entirely different? Like how to eat an entire jar of peanut butter within 3 minutes. Maybe in half an hour. Followed by, hey, how do how do you escape the hospital? How do you avoid the medical bill once you get released from the hospital? That'll be a great follow-up for that. Local scale. Yeah, because I know. So the reason I bring this up is because in the Discord, Kobe, my boy Kobe, we're talking these past couple of days there about audio stuff, and yeah, about like functional harmony and stuff and things like that. But it kind of sucks that whenever I talk about that, I feel like I have no resources I can point people towards. Like I don't feel like, at least with that, with the art stuff, I could be like, oh, here's a PowerPoint, or go to this slide about for this particular topic, and then they can go to other resources from there, right? But I don't feel like I have that equivalent when it comes to music, and it makes it a bit hard to kind of talk about certain things. So I don't know. I simply don't know. What am I trying to do here? I want to have the X and I want to have Y or Z. X and Z. That's what I'm trying to do here. So what am I trying to do? What am I going to do here? We're going to squash the Y axis and squash the Z axis. I love having all these goofy extensions in C#. Oh, and one other thing is just, hey, let's just talk about C# in general. Like, let's just have that's another, we can add that as a third option, is just talking about C#, the language, tool, like features, some concepts of object orientation and whatnot, and then maybe beyond C#, some additional libraries that are very helpful that are written in C#. I would choose option C. Would you like some chips? I would have shout shader. Okay, but honestly, how do people learn about music for game industry? Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, right? Because it's not something like oftentimes when it comes to making a game, art, code, those things and design are far more embedded into the creation of the game. Whereas music always feels like something that is outsourced and can be worked on independently of these guys. Unless you're doing a game with very responsive music where you have to do like Fmod integration, that's a whole different thing, and that's much more, you'd want to be working in-house and collaborating with people. But a lot of times music just by itself is treated as like a separate thing you can just order independently. But I think there is something to be said about how you compose for games specifically. And there's a bunch of different considerations to it, because it's one thing to make a great song. It's another thing to make a great song that works in a game. Because you can make a great song, but if it's like something that's going to be constantly revisited in game, or maybe you're in a game and there's a bunch of sound effects and the frequencies of your song also co-opt the space of like the sound effects, then it becomes kind of noisy and very difficult for the player and actually reduces user experience. It's very interesting how that extra level of consideration. But that's kind of like beyond, that's like the bridge to game deving, where we can talk about just the general concepts for composition, tools that you use for composition, and the techniques involved with it. Or actually, it's like two-pronged. There's composition and there's production, and there's not theology. There's theory that's associated with music that's very important, and there's also theory and like techniques and concepts for music production, mixing and mastering, and that kind of thing. And then beyond those two is just the connection to game dev. So it's a whole music production in the context of game. Music production by itself is the whole thing, and then in the context of games, there's another level, because that's not even talking about integration, like using things like Fmod or WWIs, right? Like for Crimson Crown, we had dynamic music. So even though I composed the music, my boy Joshua Ambrosio, he worked with me on Crimson Crown. He did a lot of the dynamic music, the dynamic sound effect stuff. So let me see if I can find him real quick. Joshua Ambrosio. And he did an awesome video about music within games. Music within games. Or I think fighting games specifically. Yeah. But this is his demo reel. And I think you can see the Fmod. There's two versions of it's very simple. There's two versions of the song, one meant for battle and one meant for when you need to clear a dungeon. So it goes into the calm version. So in game, this is how it looks like. And he talks a bit about his process of doing that. So here's the game. And now there's the enemy, and I switch to the combat version. Well, I think we have to have more time, a room with more combat going. Yeah, and then it starts fading in. So yeah, there's a whole thing, and this is very simple too. There's way more advanced things you can be doing with audio, dynamic responsive audio in games. A lot to talk about, man. But yeah, it's super cool stuff. Man, I forgot we did dynamic audio there. Maybe I should use Fmod for this game too. I wrote my own audio thing, but honestly, it kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not gonna even pretend. It kind of sucks. Scale X. What am I doing, dude? I just realized what I'm doing. I realized what I'm doing, and it's kind of dumb. Yeah, what am I doing this for, dude? Brother. Smallest axis is gonna be local math f dot min local scale dot x. No. Actually, no. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of the squashing. We're no longer squashing. Make this local scale dot x. No, over here. Local scale dot x. Local scale dot y. No, dot z. My bad. And then what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're converting this. Yeah, we're making a new vector 3. Oh, I remember why now. I remember why we're doing that. Because if we do the inverse transform, it's not going to be uniformed. It's not going to scale properly. Yeah. Dang it, affine geometry. You've done it again. You've wrinkled my brain. And then, does vector 3 have a concept of min? Vector 3 dot min? It seems like it does. Very cool. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Local scale x. I feel like I'm doing a very dumb thing here, and there's an easier way, but my brain just does not process. And what does the signature require of me? There's no left hand. Yep, it's just vector 3 and vector 3. We have 3 vectors, or 2 vectors, 3s. Oh yeah, and then we have to do, yeah, the min of this. Is it gonna give me the smaller, the one with the smaller? No, it's not gonna do the thing. It's gonna do, oh. No, 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 no. I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, we have to do magnitude. Magnitude. is greater than or smaller than that magnitude. No! The cruelty of it all. What happened? Who puts ice cream sandwiches in the ice maker in the freezer? That's crazy. I mean, what's wrong with that? Having it in the ice maker. Isn't that going to keep it colder? Which means you have to defrost your sandwich. Man, I have not had an ice cream sandwich in ages. No! Why am I bad and dumb? Why can't I just be good and strong and handsome and so humble? Why can't I be like that? Local scale X. Transform point. Magnitude. Okay. I think we did something here. World space radius. Wow, so this is even more. Because I'm trying to do the smart thing of like using the smallest axis for this. And then if world space radius is less than or is greater than transform dot position. What am I trying to do? Wait, what am I trying to do here? Wait, hold on a second. What am I doing? This is world space coordinate. Oh, we have to do. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Final minus initial world space coord minus this guy. Dot distance. Dot magnitude. And then we continue. Otherwise, we draw. And hopefully, this just works. Hopefully, we just get it right the first time. And life is going to be great. And there's going to be no issues, no headaches, no heartaches. Everyone's just going to be happy. So we're going to make this circle, and then we're going to press play. And life is going to be great. You're handsome and humble and intellectual. Don't forget so wealthy. Like, not in terms of money. I mean, like in terms of my cholesterol. It's very rich. No! How could they have done this to me? I wanted a circle and they gave me a square. Actually, no. What? There's a lot of things going wrong here, isn't there? There's a lot of things going wrong here. Like, this is wrong on many different levels because, okay, first of all, we're going to do something here. We're going to just put this the way it normally is. Yeah, we're just going to do this. The normal, standard Unity way of having things organized because I don't know why I haven't been doing it. Anyways, yeah. These guys are boxes. Why are they not drawing? And why is this one drawing a square? Okay, you know what? I probably just flipped something. I did the logic within the rectangle one. Uh-oh. And this is a circle. Uh-oh. So we're supposed to have two circles. I got it twisted somehow. It's okay. This is an easy fix. This is me getting too excited and not knowing where I'm coding. This should be... So we're still here in a bad place. This is still a bad area. Because we don't know why this is not working. We don't know why this is not working. I could... What could I do? What can I do? I can do this. I could try making the circle that fits within the radius. You're choosing the radius that fits within the thing. Let me make sure if I'm doing this right. If LX, local scale X, magnitude is smaller than local scale Z, this is squashing the Y and the Z axis, squashing the Y and the X axis. Yeah. So that gives us this. Right, just a local scale with this component on it. And then what happens from there? We should be getting the smallest vector from there. Cool. And then what do? From local space to world space. Oh! I'm a simpleton. I've discovered I'm a simpleton because I keep forgetting this is not yeah. This is local space, which means there's none. It's just all relative to everything's relative to 1. So I'll just do vector 3 forward here, and then local scale. We do what? Vector 3, what? Right? And then, but these are going to be the same because this is going to be, they're all magnitude of 1. So what we need to do is have this little transform point thing happen here. I keep making it harder for myself when I don't have to. I don't know why I keep doing this. I'm like my own greatest enemy. Making things way more complex when they don't need to be. We could just keep it simple, baby. We could just keep it easy breezy. I have to stop trying to be smart and just be simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. And now this becomes, instead of, still magnitude. Yeah, this is still correct. This is still correct. But now this is dealing in the world space rate. That's correct. Would you look at that? Now this is just gonna work. First time. Easy. This works. This is just gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna be great. Press play. It's gonna be great. First time, baby. First time. First time. First time. First time. Oh. 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 Oh no, it didn't do it. It didn't do it. It didn't do it. Okay, let's figure out where my skill issue is stemming from. Let's just make sure I'm doing things. We could call it start coroutine stain, and then we do the yield return frame. And thank you for the positive affirmations. I appreciate it. SFM2, my boy Terrell, hello. And is that Ubuntu? Yes, it is. The highly acclaimed Ubuntu. For now, until October comes, and then they replace the core utils with the Rust rework, which hopefully doesn't break stuff. Oh man, I never doubted you for a second. Yep. Well, that was the mistake. That was the problem right there. You didn't doubt me. That was the one thing we needed, is some doubt in this chat. That was the one thing we needed. But it's okay, we're gonna get it. And also, while we're at it, let's get a simple dubski in here. Let's get a simple win, and let's just draw the circle correctly. I think that's a good idea. Oh, we're gonna have to do the same thing here, aren't we? So we're gonna probably want to cache this world space radius and make it just a property. It's okay. Let's first rename it. And then we can do this, get that, go up here for right now. Oh my goodness. Vector 3. Everyone's happy. In fact, let's just be professional. Let's be professional and keep this consistent. And What happened? Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? Oh yeah, because it's a float. My bad. Okay, now this should be good. Okay, no, let's just start here. Color. Case by type. What are we doing again? Oh right, we're drawing a circle. Yes, a wire sphere. That's what we're trying to do. And oh, are we doing? No, we're not going to use a local space matrix. We're actually just going to draw this correctly. So there's going to be transform dot position, and then this is going to be world space radius. And let's just take a gander. This is going to be a nice way to validate that our circle calculation is correct. And so box, we have that. Circle, we have nothing. Fantastic. Oh, and it's because we haven't ran. So we should probably do that. So I might make like a run in editor thing. Ooh, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Do you want to do that? Is it a property? Is what a property? And are you talking about C# properties or like something else? Because apparently there's other things. It's fun. I had a discussion with someone recently where I was like, hey, that's a property. He's like, oh, I know what properties are, because he was dealing with UniRX reactive properties, which UniRX is a really cool thing. But I was like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you're using getters and setters. That's also called a property in C#. Let me name these things. He's like, oh, good to know. Yeah, anyways. So our sphere is not being drawn. Or our circle is not being... Well, our sphere, that's exactly what we're trying to draw. And let me make sure that this is like null. Maybe that's what's needed. Or default. Or what does this use? Is there an affine matrix I can use? Or identity matrix? It uses matrix 4x4, so we're going to set it to matrix 4x4 dot identity. Yeah, that's correct. Does it have taxable value? I guess you can argue that knowing what a property is in C# would make you a better developer. And I've been told that the better you are at programming, the more money you get. I'm not sure if that correlation is true. It might be actually the opposite, but we don't know. The circle you're trying to draw, I'll be honest, I have no idea about code, okay? I just remember the last time you tried a sphere, it was a property. So, last time I tried sphere, it was a property. Oh, you're talking about the little sphere we had in the game, in the world? Oh, like the debug one? So no, we're using gizmos. Last time, so to describe what happened last time, while we were debugging stuff, I wanted to not use gizmos. So let's talk about this, right? Actually, no, I didn't even talk about it. Gizmos is a simple way of just drawing stuff to the screen. And you can use simple commands like draw a wire sphere and give it the position and size, and it'll draw a sphere there. What I did last time was actually something kind of I was trying to get something done. I was just trying to validate. But I used a game object dot create primitive and then sphere. Now this created an actual game object that rendered in within Unity's rendering pipeline, an actual normal game object. And I stored it, like you said, Morgan, good memory, I stored that as a property within the game. Well, actually specifically, technically in C#, it's a field. So when I type in private game object A or ball. That is a field. And if I add a get or set to it, then it becomes a property. It kind of effectively acts like a variable. Kind of, for the most part. Anyways, but no, that's not what we're doing. That's not going to behoove us here because it's kind of cheating, kind of. Because it's going to draw a sphere correct. It's going to draw a perfect sphere every time, but it's not going to be the one size correctly to what we're doing. And I want to make sure that this happens or works in editor. However, I'm realizing right here and right now that this calculation in Gizmos, this calculation I'm doing here when we press play and the game runs and does its thing, has to happen also within the Gizmo in editor if you want it to work properly. Which means I'm probably gonna need to copy and paste this, yoink this bad boy into the Gizmo, and it'll be fine. Life will go on, hopefully. And life did not go on. Tragically, all life was lost. Tragically, we are all done. But hey, we can at least debug this. We can at least debug this in a more isolated context. So that's a starting point. I'll ask my appraiser. I'll ask. It'll be kind of. Imagine like having an appraiser you go to. Like first, I was talking about this with another coworker, and it was the idea of like, hey, what if to program you have to have a license? Because if you think about it, like plumbers have to have licenses to operate, and construction people and or electrical people, like regardless of these kind of important trades which have that connotation of just being like blue collar, untrained, unskilled labor, they have to go through a certified process to be able to operate in any professional capacity. And it's like, all right, programming is kind of important. You know, if you do some bad code on an airplane or bad code on some kind of pacemaker or whatever, that can kill people. So like, why not have some kind of licensing process to becoming a professional programmer? But anyways, it's just kind of wild thinking about that alternate reality where programming is like a licensed trade, and how would it look like to have your skills appraised? I mean, there's the really low end where it's like, you know what a class is, good job, get out of here. Which it's not going to really change things that drastically. But then, imagine Japanese job interview level grilling, where it's like you show up to this appraiser and you hand them your code base on a little flash drive. He's like, here you go. Here's all my hopes and dreams. You can either bump me up to a tax bracket, pull my family out of poverty, or you're going to send me to the Shadow Realm. Here you go. Take a look at it. And they're going to look at your code, and they're going to find a function called, I don't know, public void or public bool is odd. That takes an integer. And they're just going to see this switch statement. This is a generate case. It doesn't generate cases. And you're going to see case 0, return, false, and then so on and so forth. In fact, let's have ChatGPT code this up. But you get the idea. It's like, imagine them looking back at you, looking at this code, then back at you, look at your code, back at you, knowing they're about to send this kid to the Shadow Realm. All right. Let's go to ChatGPT, because of course we need to burn some tokens today, guys. We cannot let the AI rest. We must make OpenAI suffer. Stay logged out. Please continue this code to completion. I don't want to actually leak some of my code here, so we're going to get rid of this. Oh, wait, 1 second. That's not the code I want. Get this guy out of here. Why can I not? Okay, here we go. We're going to just tell ChatGPT to continue this function. Please complete it. It's a very easy task to complete. Just please complete this function. Wait. This function is odd. It will return true if the number is odd. I gave it a value of, oh, because case 1 is supposed to be true. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was like, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. Do as the code says. No. No default case. Implement every case. Yes. Continue. Oh, this is peak coding, guys. Peak coding. Beautiful. Yes. Now this is peak coding. This is what I'm submitting on my resume. If I ever have to apply for a job, I'm gonna hand them a GitHub link to a repository that simply has this utility function in it. See how long it takes for them to find it. Ah, beautiful. Guys, we're gonna become principal engineer with this one. We're gonna be principal engineer with this one. It chose to argue it though. Yeah. It tried to gaslight me that I was wrong. I can't believe it. It tried to say that I was wrong, that this should return true. No. Wait, did it fix it? It did fix it. No. All right. Does this have some kind of auto fix? What does this recommend I do? Writer, please tell me what I'm supposed to do instead here. I don't see any code warning, so based off ChatGPT and Writer, this seems to be peak coding over here, guys. I see no issues. All right, but sadly we have to kill our darlings and remove this peak code. I know, very tragic. Now we're gonna try to be actually productive. Maybe just a little bit productive. A skosh productive, if you will. And then, what is this? Position. Draw sphere. Yeah. I'm passing it. Matrix identity, yep. How am I okay, the local space, X is right. What am I doing? I can do like something even more simpler, I think. Which is, yeah, dude, I'm so, I've like implemented this so many different dumb ways. Okay, local scale, max, or corner. We're just gonna do this. New vector 3, 1, 0, 1. Or should it be 0.5? I forgot. We'll figure it out. We create that. Cool. And then this is gonna be vector transform this point, and then we're gonna just do math F. When I am coach of computer, wait, I'm sorry. When I am coach of computer, when I am code boss, when I'm script mayor, when I am Dr. Parsedown, we ain't having all that. I think you have it twisted. I think when I'm the mayor of Codetown, we're exclusively gonna be hand rolling is odd and is even functions with every single case. That's exactly what we're gonna be doing. Exactly what we're going to be doing. It'd be foolish not to do it. Guys, Moore's law has been operating just so that we also, I realized what my problem was. I think I was using Y instead of Z. I can't confirm it because I don't remember how the code was, but I think that's actually what was going on here. So I don't know, we're gonna have to find out. But yeah, why do you think so many men and women have died to make computers go a little bit faster? It wasn't to make your Doom perform better. It wasn't to make your, I don't know, it wasn't to make your CryEngine game actually run. No. It was so that we can start calculating if a number is even or odd in this way every single time. Every single time. This was peak. And everything we've done beyond this, or less than this, has been a compromise. How do you feel about Windows 12, 14 that's going to break your software in the future updates next 10 to 15 years? Oh my goodness, don't even start with me. Don't even start with me. Because I feel like, here's the thing, right? I want to crap on Windows. And I do. And in fact, they deserve it because they're terrible. The thing that sucks is that, like, the alternates also suck. And I'm so unbiased. Guys, all right, you know what? One second. Let me just show you how unbiased I am. Okay, one second. We're gonna take a little field trip together. We're gonna take a little field trip class. Okay, so you can see the world I live in. All right, so you see here, this laptop, which is running my audio, is running Windows 10. This computer is running Ubuntu Linux. And this one's running Windows 11. So, okay. And in my personal laptop, my other personal, like, super, like, weak one that I have upstairs, purely to escape, is running Ubuntu as well. So, okay. I've been trying different flavors. Okay? And here's the thing that's got me a little bit tight. I hate how Windows 11 is worming its way into you in every single crevasse. But the thing is, they make things so easy out the box. It's just an easy, breezy, lemon squeezy experience. Now, Windows 10 is better. It is better. But it's also kind of where the problem started. They started doing some weird sketch stuff there too. Now, Linux is like a haven. It's great. It's like I'm separated. I'm out here. And you know what? I'm willing to deal with the little rough edges of Linux, of you know, compromises you make to run it. But then, like, distros do weird, dumb stuff. And I don't even think it's the fault of the distros. I think there's some spies within these organizations. Now, what I'm talking about is that core utils rewrite that's going to happen for Ubuntu within or what's going to be replaced. If you don't know, we have like basic functions in the terminal like CD and ls and whatnot, and you can navigate through terminals to do stuff. So I can CD into documents and whatever. This stuff has been written in C++ or in C, and it's been written, like, it's been maintained and updated and upgraded for like 15, 20 plus years, right? Decades, literally. So it's had time to get hardened and exposed and really just made solid. But then, like, there's something that came out called Core Utils, or Core Utils RS, which is like the same utils but rewritten in Rust. And then it's like, all right, cool. It's cool to have that second option. But then they announced that in October, they're just going to swap out the current one that works right now with Core Utils RS. And like, don't worry about it. Even though it's a new thing, don't sweat about it, dog. All right, it's written in Rust. It can't have bugs. It cannot have bugs. It's written in Rust. What are you talking about? Now, it's cool that Linux gives you options. But I don't know. I mean, that's one specific thing. Going back to the spyware thing, honestly, I don't trust open source either. I really don't trust open source. Like, yes, Windows 11 have overtly spyware. Like, you have Copilot that comes bundled with your computer. You have a button on your laptop that says, hey, here, press this button so you can be spied on through this chat this chat terminal. But at least it's very obvious and in your face about it. And it's very clear what the corporate interest is. The thing with FOSS is that, like, anyone can contribute to it. And I'm not sure how great the oversight is. So sure, I have full control over my computer and I can swap out components and whatnot. But, like, I don't know every piece of code, every line of code that's running on my machine. For all we know, I have like 16 different backdoors from the CCP and Russia or whatever that got in somehow through some FOSS application that I downloaded. And I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know until Doomsday when they finally pull the rug from everyone. I wouldn't know. So the TLDR, going back to your question, 88T, very cool name, very clean name, is that I've just kind of given up at this point. Like, one way or another, I feel like I'm going to get spied on. One way or another, like, I don't feel like I have that same privacy. I think if you want true privacy, what you need to do is go back. This is the peak of computing, right? This right here is the peak of computing. This is where we need to return to. You see that? That's a PS2 right there, baby. That's a PS2 right there, and a PS1. No internet connection, no Ethernet connection, just running the way it was meant to be. The way Sony wanted it to be. They can't take this game away from me. They can't charge $5 for every single time I press the X button on my controller. They can't build a database about all my deepest insecurities. That's how we have to go. That's how we have to do things. We need to return back to that. Like this XZ utils backdoor. Exactly. We got pretty much lucky with that one. Yeah, we were lucky that got found. But then on the flip side, how many other vulnerabilities have we not found? Right? Like, how many other vulnerabilities are just there, chilling, waiting to be found that we just don't know about? I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, when I downloaded Qt to modify my camera's settings, I don't know who made it, dude. Or when I downloaded the thing for my tablet, my Wacom configuration, I went to the repository just out of curiosity because I'm like, okay, I'm running this weird software. I don't know who decided to implement this and why and what would motivate them. And like, there's like not that much information. It's just a guy or a collection of guys, and I can't find their backgrounds. They just kind of appeared and worked in that software. So who knows, guys? For all we know, my computer is being data mined. And that's how it is. Heck, even Mock for C# was a compromise, or it's essentially it was kind of like a data breach or like a compromise, but with slightly less nefarious goals, but still terrible. What was it? Email leaks. Basically, there's this library for C#.net called Mock. We used it for work. I use it for personal stuff for unit testing, and apparently they were finding and grabbing the emails of all the Git accounts on your repository and then sending it to their database without your consent, so that they can prompt people to donate if they haven't donated to the project. And that's like a known library that I'm actually somewhat familiar with. So yeah, I've kind of given up, dude. This is when I just say, you know what? I welcome Windows 11, my overlords. I use Copilot. It refers to me by my first name. I hate that. Absolutely. It says, hello, Marco. How did it? here's your answer to your question. I'm like, thank you, but I don't know you. Don't use my name. I feel like I have to almost kind of cultivate an abusive relationship with Copilot if I ever use it regularly, just so we can have a certain level of cold distance between us. Ay, man. Anyways, but yeah, that's how I feel. That's my fifis about operating systems. We've just kind of given up at this point, and I'm not sure what is going to be the way. Maybe the option is we just go FreeBSD, you know? We just go FreeBSD or make our own operating system. Legitimately, I may or may not start looking into a friend of mine at work has been showing me a bunch of stuff about actual hardware and like prototyping hardware before like printing silicon and stuff like that. And I'm like, do I just go do the arc of making my own console? Like, is this what we're gonna end up doing? Anyways, that's a whole side tangent. Ew, I injected Copilot indefinitely. Skynet gained sentience, yep. Has all your secret naughty folders now. The thing is, like, I don't even have naughty folders. Like, aside of just account credential stuff that may or may not exist, like, there's nothing. It's just, I don't, like, it's, you just don't like you don't, even though you're not doing illegal or doing illegal activities in your house, I still don't want the police knocking at my door every day or peeping through the windows. If you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to hide. Well, dude, I'm trying to use the bathroom, man. Dude, I'm watching that anime and I just don't want people looking at me, man. Like, it's like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, I'd just rather not have to explain it and justify it, man. Jeez. Just leave me alone, man. Look, I paid for this house. Let me just have the illusion of privacy. Let's go back to MS-DOS and dialing into BBS. The whole World Wide Web thing ended up being a flop. Yep, honestly. Like, here's the thing. I feel everyone feels that we've lost that magic of technology. Like, technology back in the day was kind of super exciting and everyone was very optimistic about it. But now, we don't, like, when you see an advancement in a technology, it's never really optimistic. No one's really happy about it, you know? And I think, okay, clearly there's something, like, wrong. How would we go about it? Like, if I was made dictator of the world, or given immense wealth, power, and influence, how would I even try to solve this issue? How would I even go about solving it? Like, what can we do? Like, there's the idea of, okay, we impose self-limitations and go back to simple websites like NeoCities, and have like a bespoke connection where instead of everything being always available, you have to go through channels and stuff. Okay, that's one way. That's one thing you can do. What am I doing? Oh, I was still transforming that guy, wasn't I? And transforming this guy too. Who'd have thought? Now you see an advancement and you think, great. How are they trying to exploit me with this one? Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. I mean, there's also that, I mean, and this is a general thing. And this is, again, this is like the Unabomber thing where it's like, okay, you can point out the problems, but if you don't point the solution out, then it's not really that deep. But people conflate it with being deep because they're pointing out problems that everyone kind of agrees are problems. But like, there's the idea of enshittification. Where it's like there's discrete steps to this where things are new And because they're new, like a new company, right? They want to make people happy, so they make the user experience fantastic. So they have the adaptation. People start going to them because they have the best experience that they can offer to a user, and they enjoy it. And then their user base grows. The company becomes more mature, and as they become more mature, they start having much more funding and much more money to play around with, and then they become less dependent upon the individual user. And once that happens, and people become significantly dependent on it or hooked onto it, then they start exploiting, and then making the product crappier as a result because they're exploiting the users. So, okay, if that's the pipeline we're working with, how do we deal with that? Well, one option is, okay, what if we make companies really hungry again? How do you go about doing that? Okay, vote with your wallet. That never really works. How many times does that really happen in history? Like I don't really think that's a viable option nowadays, even though it's very logically seems like it. There's of course government regulation, but like, who's gonna do that? Like, government's not gonna do nothing, right? So okay, if we don't have that as an option, I feel like a trillionaire can someone please give me the means to validate my feelings so they are factual? You feel like a trillionaire, and you want someone to validate that feeling. Well, hey, dude, just know that the meal you just had right now probably could have fed a family of 16 in some country somewhere, based off its value. That's kind of trillionaire behavior. That makes me feel like a trillionaire. But yeah, like, man, I don't know. There's that one. I had another thing in mind, and I just lost that train of thought. Not because of you, Morgan. It happened before you. I was trying to figure out what it was, and that was a nice segue out of that. But yeah, like it's a very I don't know. You can go the independent route. You can hope for some kind of collapse. Or, oh yeah, here's the other thing, right? Or you can have what's happening currently with streaming services, where piracy is starting to go up because people have to own too many streaming services. And okay, let's talk about why piracy died. Like, you guys are probably aware of it, right? But piracy, like, it used to be rampant. LimeWire and all that stuff, and the Pirate Bay were super crazy high up. But then Spotify came up, and the biggest selling point was, hey, your user experience is going to be significantly way nicer than these services if you pay up front for it. And because of that, piracy started dipping down and people started paying for these services, and that's fine and everything. The issue, though, is that, again, streaming services are a bit different. There's a lot more circumstances going, or other things involved with that. But suffice it to say, streaming services are far more costlier now and far less convenient for people. Where now it's actually reasonable to choose piracy over actually paying for all these different services, just so you can watch all the seasons of one specific show you want to watch that isn't owned by any streaming service. So maybe that's a solution, but not really. And that's not really addressing the internet stuff as a whole, because there's, like, what is the equivalent of that when it comes to things like social media or your operating system, right? I don't know, man. On today's society, and I doubt it, it was a small half-cup bowl to protein oh, geez. Well, somewhere, it could feed at least 2 people somewhere, probably, hopefully. Or hopefully not. I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. There's a whole thing there with, like, perceived value and trying to appear more affluent to other people. It doesn't help that our system is set up to show constant growth. Doing great isn't good enough. You always have to do better. Grow. It's a solution would be to just be satisfied. Yeah. Well, actually, so that reminds me, right? And I've talked about this in previous streams. I fantasize about being a dictator, and I've been like, there's little ideas that come up that would inevitably end up in my manifesto should I make one day, right? One of the ideas was that Do you notice how companies become terrible once they IPO? Like once a company becomes publicly traded, that's kind of GG's. It's just game over because like unless the company is majority owned by the people who they're supposed to be pleasing, a lot of times they're going to start making dumb exploitative moves that don't benefit them just to please shareholders or to create that illusion of growth, right? That illusion of growth, baby. Because with IPOs and public stocks, you have to keep the number green. It can't go, heaven forbid, the number go even or even down a little bit. So they started doing dumb stuff, like the Cracker Barrel situation, that Cracker Barrel thing, that was dumb, to try to scrape even more value from their user base. Now, if I were the dictator of the world, there's some ideas I'd want to institute. So, first of all, no more IPOs. IPOs are no longer a thing, right? Second of all, you know how they talk about how companies are treated like people? Like they're essentially a person, they have their own social security number and all that kind of stuff. So the same way, the big issue in our game system of the world is that companies are treated like people, but they can live forever. Not in my world. Not in my world, baby. I want it to be just like people. So the day you file your corporation, the government chooses a random day for your corporation to die. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to warn you. They're not going to give you any kind of prep time whatsoever. There's a day that's been chosen in the future for when your corporation is going to die. And you can't do anything about it, right? And it's not just like, oh, my company died, but I still have the assets, so I can roll it over to another company. No. Nay Nation Equa. The government will come in with fire, flamethrowers. They'll come into the building and just start torching all of your assets. Every single thing will be burnt down to the ground. Not even repurposed for the government. We are going to eliminate every single trace of your company. Now, we'll keep it we'll still keep it pretty reasonable. A company should have the same lifespan of a person. And, maybe if it's intellectual property stuff, we say, okay, that's not open. Anyone can have this stuff for intellectual property. The company no longer owns it. But, yeah, it's going to die. Now, what problems does that solve? Well, first of all, no more hoarding. No more hoarding and increasing barriers of entry to industry. Because, hey, we just solved late-stage capitalism. Companies cannot keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And inherently, we live in a system where companies crop up. If they're successful, they grow for a certain amount of period, and then they just die. They talked about Darwinism, but they always neglect the idea or that key concept of Darwinism that like a random event can just happen. Heck, dude, I would even have a thing as the president or whatever, where we just have a wheel of fortune or some kind of wheel, and we roll it, and that day there's going to be some kind of simulated natural disaster in the corporate world where, I don't know, maybe 6 different companies within the Midwest area just go under. Like, that's their death day. Like, they had a death date, but then some random event just came in and just ruined it. I don't know, man. I think this system would solve so many problems. Or let's say, okay, we want to be nice about things, right? Instead of a random death date, every company has to be tied to an individual person, and then when that person dies, the company dies. Okay, so a person can have their company and have it all the way until for their entirety of their lifespan. And, if they have children who want to continue that kind of business, well, they're going to have to make their own company under their own names. And you better hope that they have the skills that they learned from their father or mother to make it happen. Or else, GG's, that was a one-generation family company. And then you start having the idea of company lineages. I'm just saying, man. I feel like this would solve so many problems, dude. Try to make themselves technically immortal like Disney. It lives as long as the founder does. Yep. Well, okay, yeah. The founder thing, that might be crazy because if it's tied to the founder, then yeah, you might end up in like the not red versus blue, in the Team Fortress 2 scenario where Fortress 2 old men, where like the founders of these two companies just start expending a ton of resources just to extend their lifespan. Yeah. And you're just hooked up to these machines just to keep them going. Like if the US had this instituted, I guarantee you Walt Disney would still probably be alive. Like somehow in the 1940s, they would have figured out a way to extend life so that the Walt Disney Corporation could keep going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a visionary. I just feel like this would solve a lot of problems. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Now I just need to buy a small country and then institute this policy and then see how it runs. Or they would bend the definition of the word life. Yeah, they are sneaky. That is sneak. They are super sneaky. Well, and that's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? They can get away with it because they also operate within large bureaucracies, governments of large bureaucracies, and governments with this really pesky thing called democracy. But in my world, we're getting rid of democracy because the people are stupid. And we're getting rid of bureaucracy. There'd be like 3 levels of bureaucracy. Maybe 4 at most. And all the rules are just kind of suggestions for me, but I can just intervene. So if I see a company doing something sneaky, I can say nah. Because we can do the whole legalistic thing and try to add specifications to cover edge cases and everything. And maybe we can do that genie wish type rope where we just make sure we word our wish very accurately so it can't be misconstrued. Or we get rid of democracy. Put me in charge for a little bit. And we just keep stomping out these snakes. That's all we do, man. But that only solves one part of the problem. Recapturing what made the internet fun and cool and like, you know what's kind of crazy is how much everything is curated. Like, I remember back in the day, you could go on YouTube, you can type up like some random video, like, I don't know, Sailor Moon, AMV, and then you can go through literally every single, like, multiple pages of YouTube to try to find that one video. But now they don't do that. They don't let you query all the stuff. They have this bar of shorts, and then they start showing like other things you might like. Okay, they actually let me go pretty far here. Actually, did they change that? Can I actually start going to the deep stuff again? I remember distinctly looking for something and it would not come out. I would be stuck. Maybe it happens on mobile. Maybe it's a mobile specific thing. Yeah, because they're letting me get pretty deep in here, dude. I'm actually surprised, dude. I'm actually surprised, man. Never mind, maybe this point I'm making, or maybe the point I'm making doesn't apply to YouTube, but I've seen it in other places. I know timeline-oriented platforms are very much about not super friendly for reachability and being able to reach all parts of the platform. Marco 2028. Well, I remember when I was trying to find that, I was searching for, and I know what to search for now. I remember seeing this video as a kid, and it was like my first foray into anime, and it was, Sailor Moon. I'm not going to play it because it has copyrighted music. Lollipop. AMV. Or no, maybe it was Candyman. No, it's Lollipop, I think. Or maybe it was the band. Yeah, this one here. Classic. Only 1.1K. Wow. Yeah, this is where I got exposed to anime, guys. This is where I learned about anime. And I thought Tuxedo Mask was the coolest dude ever. I knew nothing about him. Proceeded to watch 0 Sailor Moon ever. This is all my exposure to Sailor Moon to this day. Okay, maybe not. I saw a death battle. But yeah. Yeah, I have a NeoCities too, but I don't know. I don't know how to recapture that magic of old school gaming, old school net surfing. All that stuff, man. How is one to recapture it? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's add some more debugging stuff. Oh yeah, I was coding, wasn't I? That was the thing I was doing, guys, right? I was coding. Completely forgot about that. Dude, I kind of just want to play a game and just chill for a minute. Draw right now, draw a line. Or just keep chatting. It's amazing how like one little thing leads us back to manifesto territory. You can't escape it, man. The manifesto, one day I'll actually write it. I'm writing the vision document for this game, but who knows? Well, maybe that'll be added to the repository and we'll just have that in there. So all the CCP spies can take a look at my ideology in depth as they prepare their smear campaign. Or who knows, maybe they like my idea and then they're gonna install me as the new ruler. I'm just saying, we haven't seen Xi Jinping in a while. Okay, no, YouTube, I'm sorry, I forgot YouTube censors that kind of stuff. My bad, YouTube. My bad. Did I say that? No, no one can replace him. What am I trying to do? Oh yeah, I'm trying to do this. Is what I'm trying to do. Transform. Dot position plus vector 3 dot right times world space radius. So I can just at least see what the value is. I know I have a debugger. I know that's how real programmers do things. I've done it before. I don't know why we're being lazy. This feels more convenient for me right now. Wayback Machine, game string. Yeah, honestly, guys, I might have to do it because I came in here with like a vision for how we're going to implement this. And then immediately I ran into a wrench. And that kind of broke me a little bit. And then this diatribe I've gone on has really set me off now. Oh, this radius is really far. Oh, yeah, that's not great. That's a really big radius. Okay, pal. What's going on here? All right, we're gonna do game stream. Like 1 or 2 more minutes, because I think we're close. And if not, then we're just gonna go play the game. Oh, let's actually install it too. Shouldn't we? Shall we install it? Oh, it's already installed. Hopefully it works on Linux. Hopefully Proton works. That's all I can say. It's very sad. That's the other thing about Linux that I just bought. Like, I was gonna install Linux on this new laptop, but then I was like, I spent a good chunk of change on this. I want it to work good, and I know Linux is not gonna play well with any of the features, even like the RGB stuff. It's not gonna work with it. I just know it's not gonna do the thing. So why bother? Let's just engage in computing in the way Bill Gates desired us to do in his infinite wisdom. Bill Gates, the farmer, not a programmer. Bill Gates, programming? Nah, man, I just know him as the farmer. The man who owns like 80% of all the farmland in the US. Yeah, that Bill Gates. Farmer Gates, as I like to call him affectionately. What am I doing? Transform position from local space to world space. Local space should be... Okay, maybe I should do 0.5, sure. But I don't think it should create that big of a disparity. Right? Probably. I don't know. This doesn't work. We're going to play the game. Actually, it's a point-and-click adventure game, so I may just end up in the same place of confusion, terror, scaredness that I am currently right now. We may end up in the same place of just being scared, cold, and alone. without water. Desperately thirsty. Desperately thirsty. And so this is the world space point transformed. This is the corner of that box. Transformed to world space. Yes, sir. And then we do the math min for the components on the X and the Z axis, because that's what I care about. And oh, I'm dumb, dude. Yeah, I know what the issue is. I don't want to fix this. We're not going to fix it right now. GG's. GG's. GG's, no re. Let's see if Proton works, guys. Let's see if Proton works. Now, SFM2 in chat is the one who recommended this game to me. It seems delightful. I like point-and-click adventures, like Mechanarium. They piss me off a little bit, especially when the puzzle design is not great. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you have to do a leap of logic. Who says things should be logical? We do programming because it's very much illogical. That's what I love about programming. It performs differently every single time. And it doesn't work by any rules. It's just a feelings thing, you know? It's like, when I think about creativity, I don't think about artists or musicians. I think about programmers. When I think about emotions, like artists, 0 emotions. Musicians, 0 emotions. Programmers, oh dude, deeply introspective. I have to introspect every single time my code does not work, and I have to contend with the idea of maybe I'm just a fraud, and maybe I've gaslit myself and everyone around me to think that I'm actually competent, when in reality I'm a fraud. And then we change something and then eventually it works. And I'm like, alright, I'm the greatest programmer ever. I'm so freaking smart. No, I am second to none. Maybe Terry Davis. What is this? Okay. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it works. Ha. That kind of scared me. MDM Meridium Games. So it's a point-and-click adventure. Why is there this border here? Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Point-and-click adventure, surrealist in tone. So we're gonna see what this is just about, man. I kind of like the border. It makes me feel like I'm back in the XP days. Did that just kill the audio? Okay, no, okay. All right, we have this. We have why is this changing around? Oh, that's the credits. Oh, I don't want. Can I escape, please? Really? All right. I suppose this is a 0 out of 10 game, guys. Can't escape the credits. All right. So before we jump into it, give me a moment. I want to get some water. I need to get hydrated. My voice is a little bit perkly. And once I get some water, we're just gonna get into this and see what this game's about, because I'm very curious about it. It's been calling me like the Green Goblin mask, and I minimized it. Where is it? Where is the game? Okay, hey, and it worked too. Beautiful. All right, be right back. 1 second. Literally like a few seconds. Also, on the topic of owning the games that you have, hey Marco, try placing a pinch of salt on your tongue and then sipping water. Celtic sea salt works best, but any salt will do. Okay, let me get a little pinch of salt. But also, before I go grab some more salt again, on the topic of games you own, do you guys know if there's any good PC games that have that use a CD? Preferably ones that work with Linux. Because I got this CD DVD reader / writer, and I'm gonna use it to read some DICOM some medical data, but why not also use it for some gaming? Anyways, be right back. One sec. All right. I'm really glad that I don't second guess what you told me to do until now. Got some salt. Oh yeah. That's some electrolytes right there, baby. That is better than Gatorade. And I think we're good to go. And then let me see if I can control the audio a little bit. Just make it not as loud. Also, I have the calming background music sound. I'm probably going to keep it, but I may or may not turn it off if it's too distracting. In fact, let's just play the game as intended by the creator, shall we? We'll just do this. We'll just do that. Play it as the creator intended. Here we go. All right, without further ado, The Many Pieces of Mr. Koo. And it's beautifully illustrated, dude. This is insane. Jeez, that the sound. That physically felt like something actually broke in here. So I played Mechanarium before, which is another point-and-click adventure game. That's like really illustrated. But I've never seen one so animated. Okay, he has an app. He wants an apple. He's hungry for an apple. Let me pay attention because there's probably some clues going on here. Can I click on the apple? Oh my goodness, a live action hand. And the hand's offering us a gift. Also, you said Knoppix CD, Ubuntu CD, Fedora Live CD, or Puppy Linux. Oh, distros. I should probably actually look at them. Yay. He's got the present. You can unwrap it. And then the old person flips time. Are they gonna be young now? Is it symbolic? I wonder if there's actually meaning embedded into this. Because it says it's surreal. But just because something is surreal doesn't necessarily mean it's inherently meaningless, right? Am I wrong in that assumption? Okay, Mr. President, where did you go? Gosh, I need to actually pay attention a little bit. He's here. We could point him there. I'm liking these puzzles, dude. This is very... I'm not confused. It's great. He's trying to fight through the curtains. Then we have these live action hands. It's interesting. It's like actual image, like an actual video, but that's been drawn over. Okay, let's go to the rope. Cool perspective as well. And where are we? Can I interact with this stuff? It's like swaying. Okay, let's go there, buddy. Also, glad you trusted the suggestion. The pinch of salt on the tongue acts like a rapid hydrator. Oh, that makes sense. You know, it's very... It kind of blows my mind that... It doesn't blow my mind because at some point in history I took a biology class and actually learned about this. But I forgot how that works. Our first puzzle. Now that's red. Okay, is it time sensitive? Go. Okay, do this one. Let's try the other one. Let's be quick about it. Oh, do we have to do all three really quickly? Okay. Faster. Please, 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 please. No! Oh, maybe I didn't click it correctly. Oh, it's buffered inputs. Okay, maybe I'm just... Oh, wait a second. Here we go. What are you trying to do? Okay, maybe I have to get grabbed by him. Or maybe we have to do this and then the button. This guy here. Or I have to time it maybe? So wait for him to... Oh, nope. What if I do this again? And it closes it up. All right. But yeah, it's surprising because usually you associate salt with dehydration. But it's very interesting that you actually need salt to help with hydration. All about that, gradients, that's what it's called, between the, like you have a cell membrane and then you have like one side that's like negative and one that's positive. I think that's how it works. I forgot how it works, honestly. I wonder if I can just grab the handle as soon as it comes over. Come back here. Yeah, I got you. Come on. All right, this time is gonna be different. I'm gonna be spam clicking. Nope, doesn't work. Okay. Nothing back there. This is moving. Oh, and there's hints. Beautiful. I may just need one right now. I'm not sure what the goal is here. Does he still reach out when I... All right, we're gonna try one last thing. Can I try hitting him with the pinball arm? No, so I can't interact until he finishes that swing thing. Okay, hints. I don't want to be stuck here too much. Oh, that looks... Oh, wait, that's weirdly, like, down... compressed. All right, what's going on here, buddy? So, yeah, that opens... We turn that, and then this guy... That's the second option? Okay. Let's try... Let's see if we can figure it out from there. So, we did that already. Oh! We got the gloves. Ow. They took it. Okay. Okay, do we have more gloves at our disposal? Please tell me we have more gloves. Oh, that's something different. He hurts my hand. Oh, there's like a cinematic. I'm kind of... now I wish I saw the glove. Now I wish... Was there something else for the glove? Okay, we can take this. So we can cycle through this. Interesting. My assumption is that we need to power it to operate it, but no. Okay, we have the glove. We can press the button. It turns into an axolotl. Crocodile. I don't know what to make it. Oh, on the cabinet, you see the picture of an axolotl on here. And then the old man. Oh, so it shows, and it shows which one you have selected. That's what I'm assuming. So if I were to grab this handle once more, and we do the little thing here, and then we press the button, yeah, and now it's gonna highlight this. Can I interrupt this at all? So you can't even try to grab it or interrupt it. It's gonna... Okay. Go, 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 go! Okay, I'm not sure what to do with this, though. So... The hints again. Let's get a lay of the land of how this game is gonna structure its logic. Or if there is logic. If it's... Again. Down, 2, 3. Wait, can you do it multiple times? Wait, what? What? Your goal is to connect these two? Oh, brother, I'm like lost here a little bit. So first of all, let's verify one thing. Let's verify one thing here. They're giving me the solution and I don't even comprehend it, honestly. So can we do this twice and both of them up here? I didn't even consider doing it twice. And then you can press the button. Is there a story they tell? Oh, they fight. They fight, and then there's the cog. They're fighting. And they can do this, and that's gonna move this guy. See, I didn't even know that was the goal here. I'm kind of scared of this puzzle game, dude. We're probably gonna be pressing the hint button a bunch. But also, there's quite a lot of empty noise. So I'm gonna put this back on. Just a little bit, just a little in the background. So you can still have this framed in this nice environment. Not too invasive, but still, like, it frames it. It frames it. Okay, what's going on here, Mr. Monkey? And they're still fighting. Can we pull them? That's the dude that's doing the pulling. And he throws them in there. Mr. Monkey. Ow! Why do you hate me, Mr. Monkey? Okay. So I imagine if you pull the lever and you try to grab something, maybe I can go in there, grab the stuff. Ha ha! And now I have your cane. Waha. And now we press this. The monkey's not prompted to do his job. Look at that. Unemployment just raised. And what do we do here? Well, let's try this again. We can have them again. They come there. They start fighting. And then we can probably grab them now. Because no monkey is going to take this from us. The monkey's not taking it from us. Yeah, they're not going to fight each other. So we can just take them. I'm sorry, what? I wanted you. Why? No! No! Why would you kill the X alone? I thought it was going to grab you. Instead, we recreated Abel and Cain. We just like aided the first murder in history. But hey, we have a present here. And we're just going to deal with... We're not going to deal with that guilt. That's just not on our hands anymore. Head bonk is diabolical work. Truly, it's just betrayal. Like, you see a nice monkey, you want to play with monkey. You don't want it to be hitting you. But I guess that's true to real life too. Monkeys aren't your friends, right? That's how you get your face ripped off. I remember as a kid, there were 2 news stories that always stuck with me. One was the lady getting her face ripped off by the chimp. The other one, the news of a super virus that came out, and that like freaked me out because I was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna have a zombie, or not a zombie, there's gonna be a pandemic. Before I even knew what a pandemic was. What are you doing, Mr. Blob? Oh, this is like 3D. There's like a little... And we just nuked. We were just going from war crime to war crime. We went from war crime at a micro level to like a macro level. Jeez. Yeah, I'm surprised too, buddy. Let's go find out what horrors... And you're smiling? You're smiling at the horrors you've done. There's probably some deformed children there. And you're smiling. Okay, we have our hourglass. Yeah, I'm tired too, buddy. Breathe. Ambiguous guilt. Yeah, I didn't actually cause it, I don't think. Yeah, accessory to the crime. The thing is, like, I didn't want to be. I was the right man at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or maybe right time, depending on who you ask. Let's not hump the... Okay. Yeah, you can't stretch the hole out. It's going to bite you. Oh, a mimic. So I've gotten really interested in watching free diving. It's kind of crazy how long a human can hold their breath for. That sounds like a very ominous thing, but I mean, like, literally, it's like a goal of just of the sport. And I never really felt anxiety watching anyone perform their sport or compete until that. Bro craves mayhem. Buddy is, I mean, look at him. He looks like an agent of chaos. All right, are we gonna tickle it to make it laugh, and that's how we open it up? Oh my goodness, that's how it works. Grab it. Go. Auga. Let's get it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, they're together. And we open it. The apple. You know, this is really on that biblical kind of imagery. We first had Abel and Cain, and now we have the apple, this fruit. Okay, and then time gets revert. Oh, this is backwards. It's literally backwards. We're going back. Is it going backwards in time? And now it's gonna... No, it's not backwards in time. It's not monotonic. But it's back onto the tree. Oh my goodness. We lost it. We lost the apple in the most unfathomable of ways. Yeah, stop it. Don't let it age or unage. Oh, it's pulling a Benjamin Button. No. And then we're in an eggshell. Is he a chicken? Wait, no, he's actually a chicken now. Like, I thought he was just a cartoonish depiction of a chicken, but no, he became an actual chicken. And is that a liver? And then Father Time marches on. He's mad because something flipped it, I guess. Oh, those are the two forces at play that we saw in the very beginning. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to see it. So we have these gloves of the axolotl, and then we have this old man who's time. And it turns into a crocodile. Okay. So that wasn't a one-off thing. That's an actual, I'm assuming, a theme that's happening at some point throughout this story. My asthmatic ass could not be trusted in a free diving group. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's saying, hey, you want to simulate drowning, like, but that's like the whole thing you do as a sport. Okay, we're in the chicken. Do you guys remember that weird Newgrounds animation of these two chickens that like make out, but it's like really deformed and weird? And I wasn't expecting to see that when I clicked on the video, and I can't scrub that from my brain. Just me? Okay, I'll keep that to myself then. All right, we go back to sleep. Yes, we sleep. We keep sleeping. Can I tickle the chicken? Do we need to let time actually pass in real life? Oh, he wakes up again. We're still trapped in the white room, or the white egg. You scooch down to the chicken. Oh, that's weird. So it's not an actual egg. It's like a telescope, like James Bond gun vision thing. We grab its nose, and we get pecked in the schnauzer. We grab its feet, and we get stomped. No, but there is a... Okay, so this is weird. This isn't... I'm not sure how this works in, like, Euclidean space. We tap its head? Is that going to make me go back to sleep? I don't want to go back to sleep. Oh, he's getting tired. And the game knows that I'm a little stuck here. Yeah, the game knows I'm a little stuck. So while he sleeps... Is that the old man Time who's opening the book too? Okay, we sleep. He sees. He dreams of punching. He dreams of karate. I'm sorry, what? Well, we got kicked before. Is it a dream within it? Is this an Inception type thing we're going through right now? Can I? Okay, I can exit out. Yeah, I'm not following this. Oh, they're here. They're here. So he punches him. Okay. Kind of cutesy though. Yeah, the axolotl is pretty cute until it turns into a alligator. Can you kick? So we can't interact here at all. Do I have to get up? Does it stay? Are you gonna? Can you do the kick now? Or do I have to actually be sleeping to activate the kick? Do you like exploring in conditions literally uninhabitable by humanity? Would you like to call willing self-endangerment a hobby or even a lifestyle? Great. We introduced to you free diving. That's the thing that like freaks. That's what blows my brain about free diving is that people are so willing. So okay, let me explain free diving. In fact, one second. Little side quest. So let me show you videos of free diving. Once, just to explain something. Free diving dynamics with fins. So in the game, first of all, the goal is to go as far as possible, right? Now, that's not the whole thing. It's not just you go as far as possible. The other part is that when you finally do come up, they give you a card, either white or red. And if it's white, it means that you got up and you didn't need help from anybody else. But if it's red, it's because you needed assistance from other people around you to keep you up and keep your head above water, and you need some medical or you need assistance of some sort, right? So this is how crazy this sport is. That they need to invent this condition of the white card and the red card because people will be way too willing to just drown themselves and pass out to get that extra 0.005 of the meter. And in this one, the Chinese guy comes up, but he didn't come up soon enough and needed some assistance. Yeah, he's struggling to breathe. He's not doing too hot. He passed out. He went down. He's like, no, I'm good. But it's like too late. GG's, brother. Your head started going down, and that's going to cost you. Italian guy, 51 years old, going crazy. He's fine. He gets the white card. But yeah, that's the nuttiest part about the sport to me. It's like they have to make a rule to prevent people from hurting themselves, and they still do it. That is crazy. That's unfathomable. And then there's another video of a coach talking to his free diver, and after he comes up and being like, it's okay like he's like, his lips are like blue and he's like like and he's like, no, this is fine, this is what you train for, this is what you want, man. Anyways, yeah, we just call those the Darwin Awards. I mean, I will say this though, their blood count is crazy. Or not blood count, their red blood cells are kind of insane. You can step back, and you can punish him, and then dream dreams of dreams. I know that's part of the equation here, is punishing this, but then where does he get the... Like, I get this. He's easy. We dream of fighting. We make him dodge. We make him... First of all, did this go away? It's another video. I don't like that video. I like this one. But second of all, segundo of all, we do the thing. He backs up, we punish. Oh, do we have to go down there while this is happening? Okay. Do we have enough time for this? So, go back, buddy. Go back. And you're gonna punish. Yep. You're gonna wake up. Go down. He's gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Well, it's gonna be the same thing. He's just gonna kick like normal. Okay, so I'm clearly missing something. Clearly we're missing something here. I still can't forget Michael Phillips had 4 seconds of hair on him. Wait, what? No ELP. What's ELP? What's ELP? Also, what do you mean Phelps had 4 seconds of hair on him? What is that? What are these words you guys are saying to me? What are these things that are being uttered? Yes, I understand this. Back up. Oh, that's the second part. You back up. The chicken's gonna kick something. Oh, do we need to do the same thing he does over here? Oh, do we need to do the same moves done in that dream to the chicken as it? So he does this. Okay, back and then up. Punish. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are you doing? I'm pretty sure it's up. Okay, wait. All right, sorry, it took me a second. We're learning kung fu right now. Gosh, look at that animation's fantastic. So we back up, yes, and then we grab onto the fist. Yep, and that's exactly what I intend to do. It's exactly what I intend to do. Let's go down here, buddy. Also, if you guys know help, also chat, no help. Oh, help. And the 4 seconds of hair is an athletic swimming joke. Body hair produces drag. Oh, that's goofy. Okay, that makes sense. You know, I will say this. Oh my goodness. What do we do from here? Do we just strike? Dude, that chicken's not gonna have a bright future if you keep doing that. Brother, I don't like this, man. That poor chicken. We're just subtracting IQs. Yeah, that chicken's not getting a scholarship. I can tell you that much. Hey, we're out though. Also, Morgan, I will go on the Discord and check that video. You know, but that does. Okay, that does. All right, we're gonna go back to free diving in a second because there's an observation I had. What are we doing? Are they just gonna be running like this? Do I have to chase them? What is this? What are we looking at? Wait 1 second. What are we looking at here? What? Okay, I guess they're gonna just be running around for a second. And what's going on here? We have a slot. We have this guy who could take off his head and kick it. He's a light bulb with a bow tie, very distinguished sir. This has a face. This house has a face with a Peter Griffin butt chin, or not butt chin, nut chin. And we have this. There's nothing in here. Arid land. Okay, this is a good stopping point. Let me go to the Discord and see what we're talking about here. Also, I still refuse to actually have Discord as a native application. Because of the whole spying thing, right? The whole, or at least taking one step to make this application feel less like a spyware machine. All right. First of all, thank you. Oh, I'm gonna need some more audio, buddy.
I hadn't shaved in like, I don't know, 3 to 4 months going into nationals. Like I mean, it was bad. It was really bad.
Okay.
So I went 157 in a full beard, and when I shaved my body and my face, I went 152.
You had 5 seconds of hair on you?
Oh, brother, that's even worse. We thought it was 4 seconds. It's 5 seconds of hair on him.
I guess. I hadn't shaved.
Okay. The reason this is interesting to me is that in free diving, at least this one, the 2 top dogs who are like running the game are both bald dudes. This guy named Alexei. Like, look at this man. That does not look peak. Actually, he has facial hair though, but he doesn't need a skin cap. And it was him and another guy named a Polish guy. Yeah, Malina. He is also bald. Yeah, look at this. Peak performance right here. Peak performance. So I don't know, man. Maybe there is something to this 5 seconds of hair. Also, 1 second. Let me go check on my mom real quick. 1 second, guys. You feeling better? Feeling better, Mom. Those things taste really good, right? They taste really good, right? Yeah. Dangerous. Alright, we're back. But yeah, dude, I believe it. I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it, dude. That's a 2-second penalty for the bald guy with facial hair. Yeah, he's not... And you know what? They both have a little bit of stubble. But this guy is number 2, the one with more stubble. He has way more. He has a lot more facial hair. And there's a reason he's number 2. And honestly, here's the thing too. He was second in this one just by 2 meters. So maybe that's literally it. He got a 305 meters. The other guy had a 306 or 7 meters. I think there's something about the facial hair. I think Michael Phelps is right. I think really, skill and biology do not determine who wins in swimming. Really, it's just the guy with the least amount of facial hair, or hair in general. I think before you enter the competition, they should have a stat. Like when they introduce these people, they have these stats about, oh, he won this, he has this amount of wins or world records, whatever. They should also have the follicle count on his body, like as another metric. Like every time they enter a tournament, they do a follicle count. Here's Josh Brandon. 3 world records. Competed in 5 Olympics. Has a follicle count of 25,000 hairs. Rookie numbers. Truly peak. It will take longer though, these competitions to go. Alopecia would be such an advantage, honestly. When being bald is a stat boost. Yeah, someone get Jada into this. Someone get Jada into swimming, dude. She'd kill it. And if she didn't kill the competition, Will definitely would. Will would definitely kill the competition. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I think that's one heck of a team, dude. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Are we supposed to... Oh, maybe you have to time it. Wait. What did I just do? Did I do something different that time? Why did I do something different? Okay, QQ. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What am I even looking at? Why is this stirring something up in me? I'm confused and scared. Keep my wife's hair in the cap. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, that the genie gives us the hey, genie. Will Smith, hey. Everything just works. That's jeez, man. All right, what are you angry about, Mr. I don't even know what you are. I know there's a term for this. I don't know what that is. So what are you angry about? You have gears meshing together. You just want to kickstart it. Oh, something clicked. What clicked? Oh, he just took your idea, dog. See, you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a DVD, guys, right? You wouldn't illegally download an MP3. This is what you're doing. Actually, this is what not only intellectual properties are meant to do, but now it's raining on her. That did not phase her at all. Oh, we have options. Oh, we have so many options. Wait, so for the 3D, it's got to be hand animated. They must have they're not actually rendering real geometry here. They probably rotoscoped it. Oh, but look at the shadow. The shadow's also animated. Oh yeah, it has to be hand drawn for. I don't even know. Excuse me. You know what really grinds my gears? Thought crimes. Yep, that's why you have to crack down to them. See, this is what. Well, first I have to get this going again. Meow, meow, meow. See, this is what my secret government agency. No, go back, go back. No. This is what my secret government agency is going to be doing. We're going to be going up to people's houses, grabbing their thoughts. Throw it in. Why did I choose that hat? No, no, I want it to not be. Which one is going to actually affect her? That seems relatively smaller, but it's still covering her. That looks fabric. That looks fabric. That's gonna get wet. That's gonna get mold, and no one's gonna be happy. And I think that's what we want to do. We want to make her feel unhappy, because clearly, separation for these two is not enough to resolve their differences. So we need to do a little drone bombing of negativity to her, because she was too happy by herself. You can't let that happen. Yeah, out of all these, this one seems. The fabric seems the most distinct. So let's go carpet bomb her with negative thoughts. And clearly the recipe is for success. All right. Pocket sand, pocket thoughts. And nothing. She's just in her element. She's unbothered. She does not care. Okay, this seems very much. See, yeah. Also, that shadow is not. Okay, we're not gonna analyze whether or not this is correct shadow casting. You know what really? Oh yeah, I gotcha. Come on, baby. Pump, pump, pump. Yes, sir. Grab. Negative thoughts. Carpet bomb. Here we go. Alright, that's gotta spill onto her. Nothing! Really? Are we gonna have to go through every single one? Okay. This one seems really small. But you know what? I thought that too. You know, I'm not gonna go through every single one. Give me the book. That JPEG book cover. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh, we have to go somewhere else, not on her. Okay, somewhere. Oh, we have to water the thing. Wait, where's the... No, she was the thing. Wait, what are we gonna water? And again, we keep somehow clipping out of this. Okay. We just have to find some new random place to water. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing, baby. Okay, something grew there. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Oh, maybe we knock off the umbrella from her? No, this is going somewhere else. Okay, here we go. It went in a loop. A little loop. Oh, she has one that looks like that. No, no, go back. Go back. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Awooga! I know! Awooga! Let's go jump on there. Nice. Oh my goodness, she has another eye. Oh. I feel perplexed. Anyways. What are you waiting for, man? The joke sinks. What a lunker of a joke, honestly. What's going on here? What do you have in your toe? I'm confused by your dexterity. That perplexes me, honestly. Like, you ever think about how much utility your life would have if you had a thumb on your foot? Like, maybe monkeys had it figured out, dude. I mean, there's also the whole, like, keep the feet free, man. Where you just don't use any, Yeah, where they don't use the shoes or anything. Okay, I kind of want to grab the apple, but I also want to see what's going on over there. I feel like there's some side quest thing that's going on. Can we grab this? Or is that just background? I'm assuming that's just background. Okay. I mean, I want to grab that coin now. Okay. Apple, please. Apple, please. Yeah, buddy. Dredge up that one from the deep within. I don't know how you compute that, dude. Honestly, I remember there's like this whole article a long while back. Oh, really? We're just gonna eat it like that? That's food for you too, baby. Oh, he got his apple. But the birdie's not getting hurt. Okay, I'm not even doing anything here. Okay, what do we do here? How do we help out our bird buddy? We have to be quick about it. Oh, dude. All my time playing first-person shooters have trained me for this moment. Apex Legends prepared me for... No! 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 Not... No! Not the baby chicken! Not my baby! No! No! Oh no! You go in there, Mr. Yellow. We're gonna get our chicken back. You go in there. Stop being a baby. Go in there. Okay, I guess we're not gonna be able to do that. Everything was peaceful until it wasn't. Can we trip him up at all? I don't see any way of tripping him up. I'm assuming there's something to do with this. Okay, nothing. Oh wait, there's a coin slot there. There's a coin slot. Apex Legends prepared me for it. Didn't prepare you for that. Did not. It did not prepare you for what's about to happen. Oh, but coin. Coin. Coin, go, 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 go. Coin. I was not prepared for that at all, dude. That hurt me. Are we not? Okay, you have to maybe wait. We have to wait for them to come by close. Grab it, grab it. Just, okay, so if not, jeez, I'm gonna lose it, dude. I'm gonna lose it. But yeah, there's an article when I was in high school about how, puns are the lowest form of intellect. But honestly, I've come to realize that that's wrong, dude. Or maybe I'm just really not intellectual at all, because I cannot do puns for the life of me. I really can't. There's some people who could just come up with puns on the spot, and I just can't do it, dude. I don't have that capability. I don't have that skill set. I just lack that for whatever reason. I don't have that gene, the pun gene. So people make puns and it flies over my head. That's the other thing too. Hey, there we go. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, do we knock it into the? Can we knock it into the thing? Grab it. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, no, it's still going. Okay, I just was clicking wrong. Hey, hey. What does this coin-operated machine do? Oh, we have a little Excalibur. Okay, who's gonna wield Excalibur though? Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Okay, we got it. Yeah, let's grab the sword. He's the chosen one. Oh, he's got dodges. Oh, he's prepared to alter for a sacrifice. Oh no. Okay, again with the biblical stuff, dude. Like, okay, that's not biblical. But I was like, yeah, the Isaac, like, okay. So our egg buddy got chopped off. Oh, he looks like the bloat pufferfish. That's just like, but old man time got us. He's putting us back in the game. Unshivers your timbers. Whoever said that is fake and gray. You stank pungent odor of yolk deer. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, you fit like 3 puns in there. Just from the pun gene. They're disposing of him. Alright. And now we have context for the loading screen. Oh, dude, I love this mixed media stuff, dude. If you guys know me, if there's one thing you should know about me, you should know that I love Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet for the PS3. And one of the main reasons I love Little Big Planet is the mixed media element of it. Where you have a bunch of different craft things kind of from everyday objects juxtaposed together. It's so cool. I love it. It activated the neurons in, 12-year-old me? And I'm getting that same kind of feeling here. So many things to interact with. That's 2D though. Well, I guess technically everything here is 2D, but a lot of these are like photographs. Okay. Okay. Can you bump this with your nose? And he flips the time. Okay, I'm not sure what that does. I love his little... Yeah, Little Big Planet is amazing, dude. That's part of the pipeline of the games I want to make is... All the games I'm working on are kind of leading up to making something of that same kind of scale as Little Big Planet. But in a very accessible way. And hopefully not predatory like Roblox. That's a whole thing. That is still my favorite and funniest quote from the Spider-Verse, and it's so simple, it's stupid, but it never fails. Kingpin, get rid of the body. Someone runs off from the site. K, kill that guy. Wait, what? Get rid of the body. Someone runs off from the site. Kill that guy. Oh, it's just a line you like. Not a quote. Okay. I was like, is there like some, is there a pun I'm missing here? Is my pun blindness affecting me? Can I get scholarships for that? I had a nightmare last night. I woke up twice because of a nightmare. One of them was that I was in class and I was failing all my classes for the semester. And then the second one was kind of tied into that one, where it turned out part of my finals was escaping a bear and trying to avoid getting mauled to death by a bear. And I was failing that finals. So that was my two dreams. So very cool. Okay, we have different sounds here. Okay. Oh, dude. This reminds me of Wintergarten. If you guys have never heard of Wintergarten, not Wintergarten, Wintergarten. He's the guy who made the Marble Machine that played music. And he's been making, he's on his third revision now. He made a second one and then scrapped that and then made a third one. Okay. So I'm not sure what we're doing here, what kind of magic we're doing. I'm assuming there's got to be an order of operations. I love how the hint is always in somewhere unique. JPEG. Look at that JPEG, dude. I don't know why it's so decompressed. What's up, Max Cubing? Good to see you again. Glad I see you here. Hope you're doing well. Make yourself comfy. In every mafia movie or show, it's always a reverse. Kill that guy. Get rid of the body. Ah, backwards. Oi. Danganronpa ass final exam. Yeah, honestly, dude. Honestly, dude. Yeah, it got me messed up, man. It got me so messed up. Like, I actually genuinely woke up from those two things. From being unable from failing. I went from the top. I went from explaining in my dream. Okay, this is how, like, this stuff has infected me. In my dream, I was dreaming about explaining cross products versus dot products to someone, and then this girl came up, and she's like, "Oh, you're just on that? You haven't gone to like matrix and row echelon form?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, we can do about row echelon form," but then I realized I didn't actually remember how to do row echelon and then reduced row echelon. And I was like, I forgot what these things do. And then like a guy came in and he's like, "Oh, I've been knowing that for a while." And I was like, "Oh, really? I guess I don't know anything." And then I looked at my report card and I was failing. And then the statistics teacher from AP Stats from high school came and he was stressing me out. And then the lecture hall opened up and it was a forest. And then in that forest was the bear. And I had to figure out how to use matrix math to create ledges on the wall, non-existent wall in the forest to escape the bear. But the bear was smarter than me and would always like find out how he would solve to how to get to my platform. And I was like, GG's, I guess. And what stressed me out wasn't the fact that the bear was coming and mauling me. It was the fact that I was too stupid to outsmart the bear. So I'm not sure what kind of deeper psyche problem that's revealing about me. Maybe I have an ego issue. I don't know, man. Either way, though, apparently I got to brush up on my matrix math because I'm gonna need it to escape a bear in the forest. Your brother was screaming and woke me up. Hopefully, like a scream of delight and not of horror and pain. Either way, it is a pleasure to have you here, regardless of the circumstances that have united us. Okay, so there's something going on here. I don't even know what this does. It affects this gear here. So one way or another, we're gonna have to get there. Burnt, wrong answer, multiple choice. Release the bears. Release the bears. I'm sorry, Timmy. Timothy, did you just ask me how to solve a linear system? Yeah, release the bears. Timothy, did you confuse dot product with cross product? It sounds like you want to hang out with the bears today, Timothy. Okay, we changed the state of the game. Cool, we have a bottle now that has eyes in them. You feel deeply insecure about intelligence and competency as well as deadlines or a time constraint on something important to you. Oh yeah? Or stressed importance for you. Yeah, definitely. Hit the nail on the head. You have thoroughly read my dream, Morgan. And you've yoked out what I've kind of understood subconsciously and made it very conscious. And it's very true. Very true. Very, very true. I'm surrounded by very smart people, and I feel very inadequate because of that. And I feel like I need to play catch up. And likewise, there's a big feature release that I'm in charge of, or at least in charge of a major feature of, or at least the major feature. But I gotta get stuff done within a month before my vacation. So that's kind of stressing me out a little bit. We have a cap here. What can we do with said cap? Can we put it in the mouth? Okay, it doesn't go in the mouth. And now we all know me a little bit better. I'm not sure how we like that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think we talked about the idea of like internal doxing. And we're one step closer to having a 3D print of my brain. Oh, I can aim this. We can aim this. Can I aim it at that? Hey! That did no, he's alive and he can readjust himself. So I guess that's not it. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Who knows? I'm trying to be. Either that or he's scared of getting eaten by a bear while I'm solve math problems. That's honestly, you know what? As cool as that interpretation was, I think we're really downplaying how often bears come up in my life and how big of a problem they actually are. And honestly, I may just encounter that situation once I go to work. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other things I can hit here. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there's like a... Okay, I hit the spot, but it didn't do nothing. So, not that one. Nothing here. Oh, wait, something there. Nothing. I'm glad that every single arc results in this being back to where it is. Maybe that. No, that's just a skeleton. Okay. Let me grab this again. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Haven't eaten too well today. I haven't eaten that well. It's kind of crazy how much stuff is packed into here. Can we... Yeah, I hit there before. I hit that before. That did... Hits that. I'm assuming this is one giant box. Maybe I can move the bottle so that when this bounces back, it comes to a different angle. Maybe that might be what I need to do. Yeah, let's just toss that bad boy back in here. You can move this bottle around. Oh no, it's gonna come back to where it was before. Yeah, it comes to a different place now. Interesting. Subconsciously bear-shaped coat. Hey, could you look at this calculator for a long time? Why? No reason. The only animals you can encounter in my school are cockroaches. I'm not sure how I like that either. I'm not particularly fond of them. That's part of what I'm so happy about leaving Florida. Because in Florida, you have like humongous cockroaches over there. And then like I would try to get up in the morning to get something to eat. And then I'd be confronted by this winged beast. And it would have that great fun realization when the cockroach starts flying at you. It's like, oh, you have the high ground actually. That's great information to operate with. Oh, we actually already got the bottle from up there. So let's look at the hints. It's so weird that is so compressed. Yeah, we have you. I got the cork. Okay, we spit and we hit that. Yeah, we hit the scout. You're different. Oh, you have to get the clock to that configuration. Oh, maybe you have to. Okay, I understand now. It's amazing how you understand things so much better once you have the solution. Well, honestly, for this kind of game, I have no qualms with doing that. With a game like The Witness, there's like actual underlying logic that's underpinning everything. But with this, I'm not. I don't think it has that same system at play. What was that, dude? The only animals you can encounter in my schools are cockroaches, but like 2 cockroaches. Okay, that's still 2 more than I'd like to encounter ever. In Florida, the cockroaches can take your wallet. Yeah, honestly, dude. Honestly, cockroaches in Florida need to pay rent. Okay, they have the same. They take up the same space and diet of like a 2-year-old. Okay, we need to do something here. And that time isn't. It resets every time I press it. So it's not. That state is getting reset every single time. And something up there is like blocking it. We have the bottle here, but now how do we... Could we like get the eyeballs out of there or something? There's something specific. Oh, you know what? Maybe I wonder if that's blocking anything. Let's try it again. We're gonna shoot you. We're gonna go here. Yeah, no, it's still doing the thing. Can I knock that out of the way, maybe? Anything here I can knock out? Or is that just the skeleton? I don't know, man. The thing takes flight. Mihaha, silly roach. I have a nuke. Yeah, dude, I don't mess with it, man. Here, the worst thing is like spiders. Sometimes like in Illinois. Okay, here's the thing. I have a compost in the back. I have a compost. If you don't know what a compost is, it's like where you take material and you turn it into soil, fertilizer. So you can have it. I can use it for gardening. You don't have to pay for soil, whatever. It's great. The thing that happens though is that compost starts developing kind of an ecosystem onto itself, and you need to have an ecosystem because you need to have these creatures decompose the thing. It's not going to just decompose just purely from bacteria, aerobic bacteria. Now you gotta have some things in there, and we have like not cockroaches. We have like grasshoppers and these big spiders that are not actually arachnids because they only have a single body and they don't weave threads. It's weird. They can also eject their legs if they get scared. Either way, a lot of big creepy crawlies there, but they're chill. They stay in the area. They don't mess with me, and they're actually, even if they touch me, I wouldn't be freaked out. Like a little grasshopper is kind of cute, dude. It's kind of endearing. Cockroaches aren't that, dude. I don't feel endeared by them. Dude, if I have a spider in my bathroom, I'm like, right on, dude. You keep killing them other pesky flies around here, man. You're earning your keep. A cockroach is just purely a mooch. A freeloader. An uninvited guest. A squatter. Okay, they're scrappers in a place that is not abandoned. That isn't even right for scrapping. Okay, can I keep? Alright. 1 second. I thought I had it figured out. Apparently I did not. I did not. I've been watching a lot of videos of people going to abandoned malls and places. And there's a surprising amount of occurrences when they encounter people they're scrapping. See, I'm not sure how we get this guy. I'm not sure how we get this man here. Like, there's a step we're missing somewhere along the line here on how to procure Mr. Axeman or Swordman. There's a little arrow there. And the time is in that same configuration. What pit is that cockroaches that think that we are disgusting, and if they touch us, they need to run off. Yeah, I heard about that fact too. I try to use that fact to make myself feel like, oh, they're more scared of me than I am of them. It doesn't help though. I don't feel better with that knowledge. I don't get pissed off like you. I don't get mad about that. It's just I can't like. It doesn't change things at all. I still find them the same way they finally find us irrationally disgusting, because you know we're very cleanly creatures in general. Unlike those roaches, those dirty roaches. Our disgust of them isn't irrational. Oh. Okay, get out of here. Okay, we can keep navigating. Okay. Okay, maybe I neglected something here before. Okay, we can't reach that. That feels like a button. It feels like a button. It has the affordance of a button, but it isn't a button. That makes me a little bit mad. Okay, where can one go from here? Oh, maybe this is big enough to actually rotate him. Hey, he looks like a Meat Canyon character. And then we can go here, and we can you put your pooey, and then we okay, his head came off. We made progress. I'm not sure in what means or way, but we have done something. It's the audacity. It's seriously the meme for me. You come into my house and tell me to rearrange the furniture? Yep. Yep. Okay, come on. Okay, this is I'm confused. No, we knocked the head off. That was the one step. What was the other thing that was needed? There's one last thing. There's a step I'm neglecting here. Yeah. We did that. We died. Yeah. We found the step we're missing. We did that. We patooied him. His head came off. We pressed the button. We rolled the thing. You do it again. Oh, do we need to go back there again? Okay. Okay, I think we have to go back there again. Oh, I don't even know. I am willing to recognize that I have been not paying attention to the orders of operations they intend for me to do. We pressed this though, so that caused the change to happen. But now it's not going to do anything. So I'm assuming the only thing we have to do left to do is to go back here. That head's gonna stay where we last left it. That's cool. And then when we have the skeleton come back, it's going to remain there, and that's going to change the state in some form or fashion, I believe. I do believe. That's very ominous. Oh, yes, we broke it all. Hey, we have vaults, though. I mean, that's in line with the whole nuclear war theme we started a while back. His torso! Torso, I'm coming for you! You know, sometimes you're tired of love stories between two people, but really, I think what's going to spice up the genre is having a love story between yourself. Between you, your head, and your torso, and eventually your legs, once we get there. Okay, can we not go in there? Also, what did this jar have to do? Okay, besides being a delivery mechanism to... Okay, there's nothing else here. Let's try going back. Maybe if we roll it again, something else will happen. That seems to be the theme that we're encountering here more and more. Oh, man. Yeah, I need to get some more... I need to do some cleaning, though, and get some bug people here. I don't have anything as egregious as cockroaches, but there is... Or maybe you just have to climb up there. Maybe you just have to climb up there. Maybe I'm just being dumb and overcomplicating it. But there is like a little ecology that's taking root in my bathroom. Like, I don't really mind it that much because it doesn't interfere with me. It's very small and it's largely like daddy long legs, and that's about it. And they don't do any harm to me, but still, it's a situation I'm feeling that I probably have to address at some point. To probably address it. But at the same time, it's killing all the fruit flies. I don't know. There's some utility in it, man. What if we own it? Like, what if we make a little spider sanctuary? You know, get a little bonsai tree in there. You know, really spruce it up. Make them feel like it's actually their home. That's the only kind of bug I'd actually welcome. Okay, so we are... He's trapped. He needs a key as well to unlock that, so... And clearly, bonking our nose against that is not going to solve things. There's an apple there. We can interact with this. Oh, 1 second. We've been neglecting something this entire time, haven't we? We have been neglecting the instruments, haven't we? We have this whole orchestra at our disposal, and we've been failing to give it love, attention. Okay, I'm not sure seeing how this is going to solve our problems, if I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm going to be completely transparent with you, I'm not sure how this is going to solve our problems. The bottle? Okay. The bottle. Bottle. We go into the vault. How could I have neglected it? Yeah, we go in there, buddy. Hey, it's our friend! The man who was having that domestic with his, I'm assuming, wife? You work it out, buddy. You get those gains. You can get her back. You guys can get her back. Oh, is that his wife? Is that the two eyeballs in the red mysterious liquid? So maybe that is her. What happened between then and now, dude? All right. So there's a lot to process here. We have some, I'm assuming, some ganja just hanging out here. Some moss. We have some gears. I'm assuming I can go in here. Okay, I can't climb up there. He tried his best. What are you doing there, buddy? What's going on with you, man? Oh, he's too busy. He can't even work. All right, and then we have this guy adding air to this fire. that is important for some reason. No, don't bring her back. Don't bring her back. You bring her back. Kick her back, yeah. Keep his eyes on the prize. See, this is what it's going to look like to work for me. Like, this is a great image of what I intend my corporate atmosphere here at Cozy Cabin Games to look like. Like, right now it's just me. But that is a vision, you know? And as Proverbs describes, without a vision, the people perish. Such a great quote, by the way. Such a great quote. I'm gonna make a video about, oh, the legs! My sweetheart. Oh, we can switch between controlling them? Oh, good to know. Oh, this is cool. Dude, look at the lighting when he enters there. That's beautiful. Okay, he can't get out. He has a pedal here. Oh, this is, I can see this becoming quite complex already. So that opens up. So that's probably going to either get us up there and reunited with our buddy. So we need to get up there. That's what I'm understanding. So, okay, we can work on that. We can work on that. See, actionable, simple tasks. That is the recipe to success in life. Hey, that's the old man. And there's the key and the lever. Oh my goodness, it's all coming together, baby. It's all coming together, baby. The vision, the goals, the manifestation. Manifestation. And now we just have to figure out how we're gonna even get up there, because I don't even see the possibility. I don't even see how we go about doing that. There's a guy there. There's these platforms. There's a hole there. I imagine we can get up there to some way. There's a hook and some stuff. She's probably a part of this equation some way, somehow. If they allow us to. And he's slaving away. I feel like there actually has to be some meaning, because there's some elements that keep reoccurring that seem to have some significance. It might be in the territory of, you know what I'm talking about, like that literature class where they take something that's clearly literal and they're like, let's try to extrapolate some meaning out of the curtains being blue, which I'm not opposed to. I think it's very important to do figurative analysis and to be able to think in that capacity. But I think like the meaning in this game may or may not go into the realm of, hey, the author may or may not have intended that at all. But I feel like there's definitely there has to be some intentionality when it comes to themes here. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm feeling a bit. There's a lot to process here, man. A lot to process. And we can't get Buddy off the treadmill, man. We yell at him, he doesn't listen. He's on the grind. Can we try pulling that pin out? Yeah, strong. No. Come on. That's the whole point of dental insurance. You have it so you can use it for just such occasions when you need to break all your teeth to free your homie. Okay. I guess not. That kind of hurts just hearing that. Okay, so if we can't do that, can we... I don't even know what this contraption's doing. Can we sabotage it? I have the desire to sabotage, but I just don't know how to channel that energy. Dang it. My attempts at tomfoolery and chicanery have been thwarted. So we shall return back here. Maybe, first of all, let's see. She's liquid, right? The top's off. Can you get out of your bowl and do something? Like slide in there or something? Can you climb up here? Actually, can you go on the stairs? No, that's too far up. Okay, the perspective was correct. Okay. Yeah, you can't climb up there. You can go on the stairs, but I'm not sure what you can do from there, pal. So, I'm assuming your entire function is just to do this. Yeah. So, we bring her back. Wait. What are you? I smell something. You're a funny board. Ha. You come back here. I have intentions for you. Yes. I have some intentions for you, my darling. Okay, that didn't do anything. Oh, it did do something. You're standing upright. I don't know what that gains me. Can I get on you? Oh, your feet! You can launch me. Can you launch me? Okay, we have to press this. And then she's gonna kick me out. Come on. Oh. Do the thing. Okay, we're missing something. We're getting closer though. Getting closer. But not quite there. Oh, you're so tantalizing. It's me on the treadmill. Oh, you working out in the other room? Oh my goodness. Hulk, you tempt me so. You're like right there, buddy. Also, do you notice the Greek imprinting on the bottom? It's not imprinting. I forgot what it was, where you get like little tiles and like stitched them together. That's really cool. Alright guys, I think this might be a great stopping point for us, because it's currently what time in the morning? 1:17 a.m. I think we've gotten through quite a bit of the game alone. The programming side, sadly not as productive as I would have desired it. Yeah, do you see the Medusa imprinting on the bottom though? It's pulling from some Greek architecture, not architecture, decoration, I don't know. Either way, guys, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your company here. It's always a pleasure to not only play this, because I can play games by myself, but there's something missing. I like sharing it with other people, so yeah, man. I enjoy this process of developing and playing this game. Thank you, Terrell, SFM2, my boy, for recommending this game. Fantastic game. And if there's any other games you think I should check out, feel free to recommend it in the Discord or chat or wherever suits you best. But yeah, guys, I really do appreciate your company. It really feels like a good time every time I get to hang out, go live, entertain you guys, hopefully. And yeah, we'll be going back into streaming. Probably do some more stuff tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll go based off how I feel. And yeah, guys.